That's what I'm talking about. What is going on, everybody? It is great to be back with everyone. It's great to have us here. I hope everyone is doing well and all that kind of good stuff. And it is my great pleasure as we are here on 1:20 p.m., October 5th, 2021, Tuesday in the year of our Lord, Anno Domini, etc., etc., etc. It is great to welcome everybody to, I've lost my cover image. There it is. Phantoms of Fear. That's right. Do not adjust your television sets. It is the truth. We are, in fact, doing a gamebook illustration session today. I am super excited to return to this awesome tradition. And what an appropriate time for it, because we are beginning Phantoms of Fear today in October. I mean, I'm not going to say that I planned it this way, but, Halloween, just saying, it just happens to, we try to give you all the best we can. And anyway. But it is a great pleasure to be with everybody. And before we go any further, just a couple of reminders about ways to support us here on the channel. If you haven't done so already, please make sure to follow us here on the channel. Please check out our YouTube and subscribe to us over there too if you can. And that's !ArvTube. Our Discord is !ArvCord. Our Twitter is !ArvTweets. And the website for all of this is arvaneleron.com. Please join us at all of those places. If you haven't already done so, please consider supporting us financially as well. !ArvShop is the merchandise area. You can get stuff for Infinity and Beyond, Adventures of Middle-earth, and I'm going to try to put Esper Genesis stuff up there soon as well. !Arvtreon is the Patreon, where you can support us there. That really does make a difference. The Patreon is kind of the financial backbone of the channel, so jumping on board to support us with that is always appreciated. And of course, allows you to get inspirations to help the players, which reminds me that I need to reset that. Just give me a second as I think about that. Let's see, I need to just add a couple things to my to-do list, reset inspirations. So I have to make sure I do that. I was away during the beginning of October, as you all know, for Origins this past weekend. So now I've got stuff that I have to catch up on and do. But I will do it all. So yes, so you get inspirations to help the players, and you can get the channel move towards various channel goals as well. I would really love to get another Arvanot Idol contest running. I would really love to get another Talisman tournament going and stuff like that. So all of that can be helped and supported if you're able to support us in the channel in this way. And if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel, which allows you to get those sub badges and emotes. And we have a bunch of new custom sub badges in the last few weeks that Shadowed Mage did for us. So you've got a lot of sub badges that go for a long way, which is really cool. It means that you're going to continually have new surprises for you for many months into the future. So that really helps, and you can also get inspirations to help our players with that as well. On the publishing side, Icarus. I got a chance to talk a lot about Icarus this weekend at the Origins convention. It went very, very well. The convention was a great success, I would say, and sold a lot of copies of Icarus and Jelinek, talked to some people, made some connections, hopefully for some concept art and some other stuff, and so that was all great, and got to talk a lot about Icarus, and I got to hang out with the lovely people from Athos Arts. Garlic Tofu and Ballsteg were both there. They actually were our studio audience for Esper Genesis as well, so it was great. We really had a good time. It showed me how much I really, really missed the kind of live con scene. I just missed people, like getting to hang out with people live. And obviously I've done a little bit of that, and with my students too, but I just missed, being with friends and being able to really hang out with folks and talk shop and my people, right? So it was a good time. And so they were there. Athos also did very well at the con. So that supports me and them, Icarus. Library is Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library, and that you photobombed the stream when you left to go to the bathroom. It was good times. And of course we have Library. Again, Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library. I sold a bunch of copies of that this weekend. People were really pumped up about that. I got those physical copies, and I was super excited to have those. They came out really well. So yeah, I actually blew through my first box of them, almost through my first box of them. Sold 2/3 of that first box that I had with me. So that's good. I have stuff that I'll be able to use for future cons. I was able to take 2 boxes that I brought with me, and I only had 1 box coming back, which was nice. So the more we get that, the better. And I also managed to get a few convention anthologies that I'll be able to sell. I'll show you folks the cover on that in a minute. Anyway, Library is my Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library. Again, that is available on digital right now through DriveThruRPG. It's available at your friendly local game store, but it's also going to be available to the general public in physical retail release in another month to 6 weeks or so. We have to let Kickstarter backers have it as an exclusive for a while, and it totally makes sense that they should have it, given that they were the ones who made it possible. And then after that, we'll make it available to the general public to buy. So if you like those physical books, check it up. Yes, that's right. Errors on page 7, the art done by the artist. That's right, Arudinel. I appreciate that. Yeah. That's right. I forgot that they had done that. Yeah. I'm glad you liked it. And thank you again for the support, Arudinel, and also for being patient. Everyone in the backer list has been really nice about it. You know, it took too long because of several factors, mostly relating to COVID and customs and all that stuff. But people do seem to feel like the book itself was a really good physical product, and I'm really glad about that. It's been quite a journey. It's 7 in the PD. Oh, it's page 8 and then page 7 in that. Yeah, Marinda. And actually, you know, Marinda, you were specifically, can I say, I think I've talked about this before. Have I told you, Marinda, about the specific thing I did to thank you for the character names that you gave me, the character backgrounds, I should say, that you gave me for that? I know I told you that there was a little surprise in there, but I don't know if you actually know exactly what it was. Do you? Do you know what that was? It was almost on time and then the planet exploded. Exactly. Yes. So what it is all right. Wait, let me finish this up and then I'm gonna go get that, and then we need to get started. So Tales and Tomes of the Forbidden Library, go check that out. And exclamation point Gray Shade KS for my Gray Shade Kickstarter. Again, I'm gathering more information about that, so I'll be able to give you more details soon. I did move the ball down the field a bit on that score at Origins, and so hopefully I'll have more information for everybody shortly. That's exclamation point Gray Shade KS. As always, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter. Very important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. And exclamation point Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Very important to reach out to others when you need help and to reach out to others when they need help as well. Now, let me go grab that book quickly. Which is right behind me, fortunately. And all right, and I'm going to also unmute myself in Zoom so Terry knows that we're almost ready to go. I haven't unmuted Terry yet, but I will in just a second. But I am going to show everybody here. Okay, there we go. Hi, all. Good to see you all. First of all, my new shirt from the con that I'm very proud of. 20-sided die, can confirm. 20, can confirm. Can confirm. It works on multiple levels. I'm actually only 20, can confirm. I roll 20s, can confirm. Anyway, so that was my new shirt from this past weekend. But the other thing I was going to say was, so here's the Tales and Tomes of the Forbidden Library. And so let me get to the spot. There we go. So I'm just going to spoil this little part of you, okay? So this little thing for you. If you're going to play this, this is just a little bit of a spoiler. In here, there are a series of books that are found, and one of the ones, Marinda, that you're trying to look for, one of the books that the party is trying to look for, is a book by a famous mage whose name is Carnus Miranda. So I thanked you by name in the book. I did give you an acknowledgement and said, thank you to, many thanks to my Twitch viewers, particularly Marinda, who helped with character creation and made suggestions that this adventure took shape. And you are now immortalized as Carnus Miranda, a mage within the auxiliary library. So it's right there. So I'm just letting you know. I don't think I had ever mentioned that to you. So someday, if you're ever able to pick up a copy, that's what you will see. So. Okay, so here's the deal with this. I'm going to introduce everybody, but I wanted to show you all last thing, which is the anthology that I got. So here we go. Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for the help. Origins. This is our Origins anthology, and that cover is by Charles Urbach, and I think that came out really beautifully. So there we go. And here is yours truly, right there. Yours truly on the back. We're very happy with how these anthologies came out. Our good friend John Helfers edited this. There is, in fact, we have stories in here by people, many of whom you're familiar with. Marie Bilodeau, of course, is in here. Edie Ebell, you're all familiar with from this channel, is on here. Jennifer Brozek, you all know about that. C.S.E. Cooney is the wife of Carlos Hernandez, who you know and who is also in here, as is John Helfers. We also have Kat Rambo, who is well known to the people on this stream as well, and Michael R. Underwood, who everybody knows in this stream. So a lot of people that I connect with all showed up in this anthology. My story in here is called The Session, which I'm very proud of. It always works well as a reading, as something to read aloud as well. So yeah, it came out well. It's even got a nice little limited edition signature page. I only got these books right at the end when most people had left. So I have all these people that I have to fill in on both sides so I can get that. But yes, so there you go. So Origins, the Origins anthology. That's my own personal copy, but I have a few that I'll be available to sell. So anyway, it was a great time. I enjoyed myself, and I'll talk more about it later when poor Terry isn't waiting to, be seen, to hear and be seen. So I'm going to now finally unmute her, apologize, thank her for her patience, and here we go, chat. And notice, please, not only are we doing Phantoms of Fear, but notice the new amazing setup. You thought the illustration was good before, but you have not lived until you've seen live illustration on an actual piece, like a pad of, look at this. You see it right now in front of you being produced. Like it just, it doesn't get much better than this. I am super hyped. And Terry, it is wonderful to have you here. So are you as super hyped as I am super hyped is my question.
Yes. Oh yes, I'm very glad to finally be back. Like, oh my God, like the stars were not aligned in the past.
I know, they just did not, but they are aligned now. And there's an actual hand. It's true, Effect Life. Like real time. Exactly. This is a real actual person.
I did not do my nails, sadly. They are kind of gunky.
Now everyone's just going to look at the gunky nails and not going to pay any attention to the art.
Yeah, because I was cleaning the desk before I set up, and I guess like my fingers just dirty.
Listen, it's fine. And I'm super excited to see it, and you can all see that Terry is in the Halloween spirit and is in the spirit of Phantoms of Fear because she's doing the cover as we speak. Yes, CGI has advanced so much it looks so realistic. It's like you're right there. The uncanny valley doesn't exist. Also, hi live suing. So yeah, welcome Terry. It is good.
Considering that we're doing a horror themed thing, I do hope that the uncanny valley exists.
Well, okay,
that
that's
would
true.
Be very helpful for.
We want us to feel uncanny, but not because it looks weird, but because it looks scary. So that's very much the case. So Terry, it's good to see you. How have you been, and all that kind of good stuff over the last couple of weeks?
Well, like aside from my apartment falling apart, which was the reason why last time couldn't happen because the shelf fell down with half of the wall that the camera was attached to. Like nothing beyond the wall, and my ego broke. But
did you say your ego?
Yeah.
The wall and your ego? Well, I'm glad that you've put your ego back together. But this really is a great setup. It looks awesome, I think. Right, chat?
Oh, this is not the first time we do it with a live camera, though. Like, we did that last time, but back then I had just my shitty little webcam.
No, that's what I mean.
Now I have a capture card and a proper camera.
Yeah.
And so I hope now the image quality is better. Oh, I can see the wrinkles on my hand.
That's what I mean. I'm talking about the resolution. Like, just look at the amazing resolution on this stuff, right? So it's really cool.
It's also like the question what Zoom can handle. Like, technically this does HD, this camera, but like I don't know if it's actually able to stream in HD. That's like the big question.
Right. Well, the dummy battery will help with that too, because there could be an overheating issue with some cameras sometimes if they try to go for too long. Whereas the dummy battery, when you get it, will just allow you to do it without like charging. Because my Canon, I could leave this on for 10 hours and it would give me the warning, blah, blah. But it's doing that because because it's been on for long. But there is no heat because it's a dummy battery. So it doesn't, So it works out. But anyway, I'm super excited to be back with you. And I also want to highlight for everyone in chat that you may also notice a little bit of a difference here in the layout because we are using Effect Life's new ArvBot Plus with built-in sorcery project, basically gamebook project usage. So we can do all this kind of stuff. So check it out. Let's say that I want to roll 3d6, right? Pow! Haha! I gotta actually zoom it down like that. So it goes like this. There's something to think about, which is, let me put that. Hold on a second. All right. That's one thing actually I just thought of Effect Life, which could be useful. I will change the capture in here. But which would be useful is to be able to roll it and then have it like automatically go to the bottom. Because what happens is I roll it and then it like doesn't quite snap to the bottom of the window, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm saying this to Effect Life because Effect Life likes it when I can give him, feedback about like stuff that might be able to be fixed. It should do that. Doesn't seem to be. Maybe well, for one thing, I have the wrong, I have the window captured incorrectly, but it's not just that. Give me a second. There we go. Lovely. All right. So, but the point is, chat, this now gives us this new system. And let's say that you're like, all right, Arv, that's fine. But like, what happens if we need to add a modifier? What's this? It's a modifier, blah, 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 added to everything else. So we've got, we have 1 + 2. Oh, actually, you know what? Now that I look at it, it's actually, you know what it's doing, Effect Life? It's, so I rolled, right now what I did was I rolled 3, and then D6, and then I added 3, like the modifier. But what it's doing is it just then keeps rolling 3. If you follow what I mean. Unless it's, oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, you know what it is? It's the other way. Never mind. I figured it out. Never mind. Forget it. I figured it out. I was going to the bottom of the window. Forget it. I know what I was doing wrong. I was going to the bottom of the window instead the top of the window. That's my fault. Okay, so it's working perfectly. It's doing exactly what you said it would do. So I just was capturing the wrong part. I was like, I don't get it. Why is it doing this? It's doing exactly what it should be. So good stuff. Now it all makes sense. Okay, because I was like, why is it? I don't understand. But now it all makes sense. So if I go like that, right. I'll have to actually recapture this in a different way. What's up, Critwitch? Okay, so now we've got it going on. See? So we've got 12, 4 + 3 + 2 + 3. And that's 3d6 plus 3 that gets added into it. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in on top of it what this looks like so that chat can see that part of it. So give me a second here. So we're going to do this. And this is all the first time that we've ever used this program, chat. So, but I'm very excited for how cool this thing is going to be. Okay, like that. And then we go down like that. That's perfect. Okay. So, so there we go. So that's it. So see, chat, we have 3d6 plus 3. So that gives us, the total is 10. You see that the number, and then it shows the 1. And Effect Life set it up so that the critical, like the lowest number is highlighted in red, and then 4 plus 2, and then 3. And then if you get and you can see it keeps doing that. Yeah, there is a blank space sometimes, which doesn't show up. I don't know why. But then there's this one here. And we rolled an 18. That's 4 plus 5. And then the 6 is green because that's the maximum on that die, plus 3. 3d6 plus 3. So you can change the variables. You can change the number of dice. And you can put in like d6, d7. Like, I don't know how far up this goes. How far up does it go, Effect Life? Like d5, like d100? Like what? Like
all the way. That's how far it goes. All the way.
All the way. D as needed. D as much as needed.
She had legs that went all the way up.
Oh, man.
And down.
Basically unlimited, Effect Life. She had basically unlimited legs. Oh, man. This is reminding me of things that are not appropriate to speak about on a stream, so I won't do that. But it's reminding me that.
Oh, I'm listening.
Yeah.
You can just mute yourself for the stream.
I was going to say, let me tell you this quick story.
I totally won't tell people afterwards.
I was going to say, do you know what Arv told me off camera? No. How about no? But anyway, I think somewhere up, as I can tell this to you as my friend at a later point when we're not on stream. Anyway, so 1 million. Can I roll 1D Google for a hit point? Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know whether it would do that forever. And so you could do up to 3 million on all three. What if we have 3D 3 million though, Effect Life? Anyway, you all can see this result. So there's that. And then we have over here, and this thing is very cool too. So if you look at the left side of your screen, you see that we've got character names. You see we have a window for items and artifacts. We have a window for clues and notes, just like the Sorcery Project used to. But we also can add, and we're going to get a chance to use that today because the game book uses another thing. We have gold in here that we can do, but also we can add, we have health. And this thing is really cool because, check this out. Right now, this is just normal, but let's say that there are several different health pools. if you check this, it allows you to have 2 health pools on the same window. Same thing for mana, same thing for gold. So you can have basically a maximum health, and then you can have the health that's being used, a maximum mana, and then that mana that's actually been used, right? So you can do that, and it's very customizable because you can also add, and it says some skill name, and then you can change it. So one of the skill names we're going to be using is going to be power, and we're going to do that, or you can subtract it. And the cool thing is, notice this, chat. So right here on the right is the maximum amount, right? You see how that's 20? So he has it set so that when it goes below half, the number on the left is highlighted in orange. And then when you go further than that, when it gets to, I think it's below 25%, it goes into the red. It's like a little, isn't that cool? Like it's a little subtle thing, but it's a really cool little addition that gets added to this. And this is all thanks to the amazing Effect Life. So first of all, chat, can we get some, hype for Effect Life for doing this? This is great. Effect Life just refused to take basically most things. He refused to take, he was just like, nope, I just am doing it because I like the stream and I like the channel and I whatever, and it's a project and all that. So I am extremely grateful for the work that was done here, and I'm so glad that you were patient, Effect Life, because we're finally going to get a chance to see this thing rolled out today. So today our game book is Phantoms of Fear, and what I am going to do now is, let's go to that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to fire up some music. Terry and I will figure out the music as per usual, our soundtrack here, and then we will get things cruising. So what are we thinking about as far as music is concerned, Terry? I'm thinking like, so we want like I don't want like jump scare horror music. I want spooky music. So like
soundtrack of Thief/Dark Project.
Yes, perfect.
The first one.
Perfect. Great call.
That's a game I loved and hated as a kid. I loved to play the first level, and then I was always too scared to continue the game.
Yep, exactly. I love Thief.
That's like
the
oh
asylum
my God, the second
levels
level. No, the second level where you get like into the mine, the flooded mine,
mm-hmm.
and you just walk, and suddenly like there's like corpses on them. I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. 10-year-old me doesn't care, and then one of them grabs your leg. And I turned off that game and never played it again. Great game. Great game.
That happened to me when I was playing the first Resident Evil. And I was playing Resident Evil, and you walk through and there were 2 moments. One was when these dogs smashed through the windows into the hallway, and I like leaped through my roof pretty much. And then the second time was after you go through a certain part of the game, the zombies become hunters, which are these creatures that like start jumping at you. They're much faster, and they're also in rooms you thought you already cleared. So at that point, I freaking turned up the volume, turned on all my lights, put on sports radio. I'm like, no immersion. I'm like, I'm just going along. Like, so I was basically killing zombies with music like da 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 da. Like I was just unwilling to continue. Yes, I'll give you a link. Should be right here. There we go. All right, and I'm going to fire that up, and then chat, we are going to create a character. I'm so excited. Okay, first point, chat. How does the sound work for people? Too loud?
Just perfect for me.
Seems a little loud to me. How's that? Chat, how's the audio? Nice. Good. Okay, perfect. Okay, here we go, chat. So, welcome to Phantoms of Fear. Here we go. So, and I'm going to go through this because it'll give us the character build. Here, introduction. You would probably raise it a little bit.
I did not remember this the soundtrack being so funky.
Yeah, this opening for that opening section. Okay. You are a wood elf. That's too much? Damn it. Okay, I think that should be okay. I think we're in a good spot there. Okay, you are a wood elf in Northeast Khul, Khul. Your home is deep within Affin Forest, a remnant of the one forest of old. Your father was Command and conquer your fears. Your father was a warrior and your mother a shaman, and you have inherited both talents. You are neither as mighty a warrior as your father, nor as adept at magic as your mother. Okay, so you're basically lesser than your parents. Okay. But you are good to have around in a fight. You can weave a few useful spells, and you can also enter into the dream world, which is a shaman's special realm. Both your parents are dead, and you are now Eldenurin, defender shaman of the tribe. I totally want to get a shirt. Eldenurin, defender shaman of the tribe. Yeah, we're not entirely useless, TNS Fiston, exactly.
Speaking of like being like a dream walker type of person, how far have you gotten with your Neverwinter Nights 2 playthrough yet?
I am so I finished the main campaign, and I am in, I guess, probably 12 or 13 hours into the Mask of the Betrayer, which is great.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
So you did meet Ganaev.
Yes.
Okay.
I did. Actually, and Ganaev isn't even in my regular party because I like everybody else better.
Imagine not using a mod that lets you use all the companions at the same time.
See, I thought about that, but then I was going to overbalance it. But no,
the balancing is like absolutely shot when you do that. But you have all the companions.
Because it's a deadly campaign. You got to be careful. Anyway, all right. You are about to embark on a hazardous adventure. Before doing so, you must determine your strengths and weaknesses. And then it says you are advised to write on the adventure sheet in pencil. This is, by the way, I should say, chat. This is book 28. And I have 2 more books before I have to order the next set, which is the next. I'll probably order the next 5 to 10 books. So this is book 28 in the series. So we have skill, stamina, luck, and power. Let's begin with skill. Chat, I'm going to ask for someone in chat to be a dice roller for us. Who would like in chat to roll the dice for this campaign? All you need are 6-sided dice. Just need a single 6-sided die, or the ability to go to random.org or WotC's Dice Roller.
If you should tell people where people can watch you play Neverwinter Nights 2 Mask of the Betrayer, which is an excellent game, I might say.
You can do so, of course, here on this channel.
But when?
I have to look at the schedule again. I think next week is when I have scheduled to play it next. Might even be this Saturday, actually. Because, one thing is that I do have to finish Forgotten City, which has been a really, really cool game. I have like an hour and a half, 2 hours left, and then I'm going right back into Mask of the Betrayer. So I think that's Saturday I'm wrapping up Mask of the Betrayer. Forgotten City, and then going into Mask of the Betrayer. So this Saturday. So chat, do I have a volunteer to roll dice for the chat? 6-sided die. Do I have a volunteer? I want chat to do this because I don't want to do this. Oh, I actually just found the original owner of this book. Alicia Shah's book. So thank you to Alicia Shah, whoever you are and wherever you may be. So, you still have your beautiful Kraken dice you won at ArfCon? Nice. Triffid, are you able to volunteer to roll dice, the Kraken dice by chance? Or no? I know you're working, so maybe you can't.
Yes, you should get Kraken.
Kraken.
Release the Kraken!
My favorite hockey team now, Terry, is the Seattle Kraken. They just opened because A, Seattle, it's where my in-laws are from. B.
Oh, I was about to say, because isn't that on the other side of the
continent? No, it is.
Well,
Well, that's because my wife's originally from Seattle. So there's that. And then Kraken. And also it's run by a person who was a former Hartford Whaler. And the Whalers used to be the hockey team in Hartford, Connecticut. I was a huge fan until they left and broke everyone's heart. If the Whalers ever return, I would have to be a Whaler fan. But, okay. Triffic can roll if nobody else wants to do it. Okay, going once, going twice. Thank you, Triffid, very much. I appreciate it. We're going to be playing here for about an hour and 20 minutes to an hour and a half or so. So I think that's right. So, okay. So we're going to roll one die. Dice are in the attic. You're not going in there again? Okay. So what I'd like you to do is to roll one die for me. Yeah, exactly. Right. Turn up this music and then go into the attic. Ooh. Okay. So one 6-sided die, please, Triffid. And this is to determine our skill. A 4, a very good start. Okay. So we are going to add here. So we're going to change this around. Hold on a second. We're going to make this skill.
I need to speed this up so that I can draw a character.
Okay, so this is maximum of 10. So we start out with 10 out of 10. Let's just confirm that it's working. Yep, it is working. Good job. All right. Lovely. Okay, so 10 out of 10. So maximum is on the right. and the sort of traditional skill is on the left. Next thing is to roll 2 dice for me, Triffid, and this is going to be for stamina. This is basically our health. So I'm going to get rid of this mana name.
Every time I hear the word mana now, I have to think of the New Zealand band Alien Weaponry, who have one of my favorite songs called Raupatu, which is about, I want to say colonialism, but like all of their songs are, more or less.
Okay.
But yeah, like part of the chorus is, you cannot take our mana, you cannot take our freedom.
You cannot take our mana, can't take our freedom. I've never heard of that song or that band, actually.
Well, I am not surprised. It's a thrash metal band.
Okay, then probably not. Okay, so roll both dice. We got a
anybody
6.
who's into thrash.
So we got a 6, we got 12 to the number rolled, and enter the total in the stamina box. So that actually is, I think, that's right on the average point, right? Average would be either 6 or 7 out of 12, so that's right there. So we're at 18. Okay. Excellent. Thank you, Triffid. And now we're going to roll, and the next one that we're going to do is 1 die, and this is for luck. Now, skill, stamina, and luck are the standards within are the standards for fighting fantasy, but there's going to be an additional one that we'll talk about in a minute. So, luck. So 1 die and add 6 to that score. 6. Nice. We are super lucky. Hell yeah. We're going to need it. Good stuff.
Is this the same setting as Warlock of Firedrop Mountain and stuff?
Yes, same world. I think in the same sort of general universe, yes.
Okay, so it's like kitchen sink fantasy. Yes?
Yeah, although this one is, from what I can tell, darker and more surreal than some of it, to the extent that that's the case, but yes. Okay, so last one we do, there's a new mechanic in this one, which is called power. Power has... basically, power is, you have a number of power points. So we roll both dice here, and you're going to add 6 to this one, please, Triffid. Or, well, just roll both dice. So you roll 2 dice, and then we're going to add 6 to it, and that will give us our power total.
I will be right back. I need to get a different brush.
If you were really lucky, you'd have gotten a 7. Yeah, I heard about that for the first time, Garlic, recently as well, and I never knew that. Eight. All right. So that means we add 12 to that. Or sorry, 6 to that, rather. My bad. So that's 14. So we have 14 power. Okay. So that should mean that when we drop below a certain amount, yep, orange, and then it goes to, yep, okay, cool. Yep, it works. So skill, stamina, luck, and power. There we go. Those are our main characteristics that we have here. Now, a couple of things to note about this. So your skill, stamina, and luck points will go up and down throughout the adventure, but they can never exceed this maximum. So the maximum, remember, is on the right here. We have a maximum of 10, we have a maximum of 18, we have a maximum of 12. Unless we find like a weapon or something that specifically increases our initial luck or skill or stamina, this is going to be our maximum. So this stuff on the left, this, and this, that will change throughout the adventure, but these numbers will not, except for very rare circumstances. However, welcome back. However, power is different because the power score can exceed its initial value. So the power score may go above the initial one. And that's interesting because it means that we may be able to gain even more, greater power. So skill reflects our expertise as an adventurer with a weapon and other situations. Stamina is physical fitness. Luck indicates how naturally lucky we are. And power score determines both how good we are at casting spells and how well we can cope with the dream world, which is the special domain of wood elf shamans like yourself. So I basically think we're in good shape here. Our skill is above average, our stamina is right at the average, our luck is maxed out, is way above average, and our power is above average. So I would say in general, we are in pretty good shape here. That's a good start. Okay, I don't need to go through the luck and power and everything else. Here's the thing that's different for this. Oh, you can also type in the numbers. Yeah, no, I'll do that if I have to. I figured as much. Then we get to power. Now, The deities of your people, that says, communicate through dreams. They tell you what you do, though sometimes the instructions are open to more than one interpretation. They refresh you and restore your powers. The same power allows you both to cast spells and to be an effective dreamer. As you know, most beings dream, but they do not possess the art of dream control. It is not up to them whether or not they dream, or what they dream, or whether their dreams are the mere ramblings of an unwinding mind, or what the elves call dreams of potency. Your race has long known the art of active dreaming. So I just want to be clear that in this adventure, you, chat, all of us together, are potent dreamers. Just make sure you pull that out every so often. People are like, I don't really like you.
Lucid dreaming is a superpower in this world?
Say again?
Lucid dreaming is a superpower in this world?
Big time. Lucid dreaming, I think, basically is what we're doing. Like just consistently, because we're all that. So when you're at a party and someone's like, I don't really like the way you look, you could be like, yeah, are you a potent dreamer? And they'll be like, oh, you know, that kind of thing. So your race has long known the art of active dreaming. Your training allows you sometimes not to be taken over by dreams and to exert your will to manipulate and be effective in that world, just as anyone is in this world. Thus, by dreaming, you encounter situations which parallel, often in a bizarre fashion, the familiar everyday world. Exactly, Miranda. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. You will often find yourself asleep and dreaming in the course of your adventure. The types of situation you will get into in dreams will parallel those of reality. There will be choices to make, but otherwise dream routes and dream encounters will be entirely governed by power and occasionally by luck. There will even be dream combat against illusory opponents. The book will tell you how to handle such encounters. If you lose such a battle, you will usually not really be killed or overcome, but you may suffer loss of power. If you win, your power may be increased. Power points will also be gained and lost by successfully or unsuccessfully coping with the dream world. Okay, now with that said, we have 6 spells that we can use. Only 6 because, as we found out, we're not awesome at spells the way our mom was. But still, our spells are all temporary, and they last no more than a quarter of the hour. You can use the spells in battle only if it's feasible to do so, and the book will tell you when you can. Casting spells, though, depletes your energy, so every time you cast a spell, you must reduce your power score by 1 point. The spells we have are Protect, which casts a pall of invisibility over the area surrounding you, although anyone inside the area surrounding you can still see you. Illusion, which allows you to make anything, yourself included, appear to be anything else within reason. Weaken lets you reduce an opponent's stamina by 4 points. Levitation allows you to float freely in the air up to a ceiling of about 4 meters. Since you also float gently to the ground under the, which I think works out to like 12 something feet. Since you also float gently to the ground under the influence of this spell, it could be used for descending a cliff. Finding allows you to detect the presence of something like treasure, a secret passage, or even a lurking enemy, but it has a very short range. And Fire, which allows you to produce flames from your fingertips, which you can project either to a small area, such as an opponent's chest, or to create a barrier of fire, or even just to keep yourself warm. All right, now, as far as restoring skill, stamina, and luck, usually skill doesn't exceed its initial value. You can, however, drink a potion of skill. We'll come to that. Stamina, we talked about already. We also can get a potion of strength, which restores your stamina to its initial level. And also, you'll have the opportunity to gather provisions along the way, which reminds me, I should add that. We do not at the moment have any provisions. We don't start with a provision in this game, but we'll be able to gather some along the way. So we can actually, and actually we don't have an initial provision score, so I'm just going to put that like that. Okay. So we can eat those provisions, which will restore, when we find some, which will restore up to 4 stamina points. And then again, power can go up and down, and it can exceed its initial level. All right, now we start our adventure with a bare minimum of equipment, but we may find other items during our travels. We are armed with our sword, which is a named sword. It is called Talessa, the named sword.
Is that what the name means? That it's named?
Talessa is the name of what it means to be named. No, actually, I just put named sword in quotes because I like the idea that we have a named sword. Was this game written by the mom? That's funny, girl. Okay, so I don't think so.
Well, she's a shit mom then if she like dunks on her son. It's like, oh yeah, he's not as great as me, obviously.
Some moms sadly can do that thing. Okay, and then we have leather armor. All right, and we have a backpack. And I think that's it for that. Oh, And we may take 1 bottle of a magical potion, which will aid you on your quest. So here are the potions that are possible, chat. We only get 1 of these that we can take. We can take either a potion of skill, which will restore our skill points to their initial level. So if we get hit by something which drops our skill, we could take this potion of skill to restore our skill points to its initial level. A potion of strength is like a healing potion, basically restores stamina points. And the potion, I think, restores the stamina all the way up to the initial levels. That's pretty good. And the last one is
all the way up.
All the way up. See? I have a feeling I'm going to be getting a private message at some point. Why don't you tell me that story? And then there's a potion of fortune, which restores luck points. Now, the cool thing about the potion of fortune, chat, is that skill and strength just restore their respective things to their initial values. But a potion of fortune not only restores luck, but also adds 1 to the initial luck. So not only do you get all your luck points back, but you also add 1 to your initial luck, which could eventually give us a thing of 13. So when I play Fighting Fantasy gamebooks, I often took the Potion of Fortune because it just felt like the most efficient, potions are the ones that existed. But of course, it is not up to me, it is up to chat. So what I would like you to tell me, chat, is what should we do? And I'm going to fire up I'm going to pull up our poll thing here. There we go. Okay, so the question is, I'm going to make this, what potion should we take?
I feel really sorry that, I really hope that we don't have anybody in the audience who is red-green blind, because they're not going to get much out of this painting.
Oh, because it's heavy red-green. Well, I mean, the initial cover was
all
too, right?
brown. Ugh.
Let's see. So, skill, stamina, or fortune. All right, chat, here we go. First poll of the day. $, vote, space, and the number. Would you like to get skill? If you want skill, vote 1. If you want 2, vote 2. If you want stamina, vote 2. And if you want the fortune one, vote 3. What's up, Lost Rivers? It is Phantoms of Fear. So what's it going to be, chat? Go ahead and get your votes in. It's $, vote, space, and then you can vote for the one I said. So as I said, I don't want to push anyone one direction or the other. It's just, it really is cool to have that initial boost, that's all. But obviously I recognize that people may have different views of this subject. Okay, there we go. This actually is really good. A good call, Terry. This is a really good soundtrack for this.
Thank you.
Such a good game.
I was just thinking, because not just do we need something that fits a theme, but also makes for very good background music, you know, just this eerie.
Yep.
For example, I remember when the first time I played Portal 2, and my back then boyfriend was told me something about the music. I was there was music in this game. And by now I have the soundtrack, and it's the music goes so seamlessly into the experience that you don't even notice it. It's there, but it's not oh, this is a nice song that playing. It's no, it's all one large thing that all fits together perfectly.
Yep. No, that's cool. All right, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this and this and this. I think I already did that, so we're good. All right, cool. Lovely. All right, so I'm going to put this under a last call here. It looks like Fortune is winning the day so far. Last call, last call. Yeah,
the hate about my paint. Oh, God.
No, I was going to say this is going to be good, Terry, because there's a lot of really atmospheric stuff you'll be able to do here. Yeah, I'm gonna blank out one. I'm gonna blank out the camera here so you can just see this for a second. Take a look at this.
Ooh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, okay. All right, chat. We're back.
So what I hate about my paint sometimes is because it's all different kinds of paint, different brands and stuff. They all have different consistencies and dissolve at different amounts of water and stirring. it's really, I like my red especially, which is Windsor red, which is like basically the highest quality I could get at that store.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like turns into like blood red goop with like 1 drop of water.
Man.
And it's so potent, but it's like so much more potent than all the other paints I have. So it sometimes can be a pain.
Well, if it's any consolation, it still looks awesome, regardless. Hey, does chat? Does everyone else hear music? Aruno says you can't hear music. I just want to make sure. Can everyone else hear the music?
I hear music.
Did everyone hear that? Like it's that. Okay, you do. Okay, cool. All right, good, lovely. All right, chat. And the winner is Fortune, Potion of Fortune. All right.
Wait, who wasn't it? Who couldn't hear the music?
Rudenel said, but Rudenel said it might not
so,
be related to.
We might just be, like doing like a collective prank on you, like everybody pretending like we hear the music.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, no, it's fine. Like later on, it's just dead silence. Okay. Well, yeah, it stopped. Right now, it's just in this like warm type of thing. Okay, so a Potion of Fortune. Potion of Fortune restores to initial. Adds 1. Okay, cool. All right, chat. And now, of course, what we need before we get started, the last thing we need, very important, is the name. This is always one of the fun parts. So, chat, the question is, we have to now have nominations. So, what should be our character name? All right, chat, I will take nominations here, and then what we'll do is...
Wait, did we get a name?
Yeah, we get a name, sure. The sword is named, but we have not been named yet.
Oh, okay.
But we're not just like Telesa's owner. We're our own thing.
I
so
thought
chat,
there was like a name in the beginning.
Yeah, no, the sword name. But so now what we need to know, we're in the land of cool, but we're not actually. We're a wood elf. We don't know what our name is yet. But now we're gonna know. So
we are
chat,
not actually cool.
Give us it's true. Give us character names. So chat, I need character name nominations, and what we'll do is. I'll take up to 8, and then again, just 1 per person, please. And then we will vote on it. If we have a large number, then we'll just narrow it down. So give me nominations for the character name.
So what were our character names in the past? Like I remember the very first one that was Caius Erebos.
Right.
Then the last one was Conan.
Right. With a K.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got the
I don't
hand.
remember the other ones. Like I think one of them was Merryweather something from the Sherlock one.
Yes, that's right. I don't remember either. I need to go back and look. Because I have them all saved, but okay, so we have the hand.
Well, yeah, me too. But...
We have the hand wielder of the cool sword. We have Grendel Flutterbane. Okay.
Oh yeah, Grendel. Perfect name for an elf.
We have Marl. Ooh, I like it. Anything that involves an apostrophe in there somewhere is good stuff. Marl Skyborn. When I looked over there too quickly, I thought it said Skybone, and I'm like, I think that's not. This is a different stream. And Skyborn, yes. So the hand wielder of the cool sword. Hey, listen, it fits. Grendel Flutterbane, Marl Skyborn. Anyone else? What do you mean that wasn't really serious? That's great. I'm the hand wielder of the cool sword. Our boy Elroy? Really? Our boy Elroy. Jane, his wife.
Wait, is that like...
That's from the
TV show or
Jetsons. That's the Jetsons theme show. Meet George Jetson.
Yeah. Now it's coming back.
His boy Elroy. Oh no, I think it goes like daughter Judy. Yeah, I don't know if it's daughter Judy or his boy Elroy first. Been a long time since I've seen the Jetsons. God.
Yeah, same.
Taynor Shadybrook. That's a good one. My name is what? My name is who? My name is Chugga Shadybrook. Okay. Shadybrook.
So yesterday and the day before yesterday, I actually listened to the audiobook of The Children of Húrin. So like I'm going to be very, very particular about naming elves here.
Yeah, absolutely. This that's a beautiful book too, Children of Hurin. It's
Yeah.
very sad but beautiful, beautiful stuff.
And a fucked up ending. But
Yeah, it really is. Well, I mean, bittersweet. That's
coming a mile away.
That's Tolkien, right? I mean, bittersweet. Okay. So this is good. 5 choices, Chad. I'll leave it open for one more, and then what we're going to do is we are going to vote on these, and the top 2 vote getters will go into the final round for the names. Elfie Elfington of the Elfstone Elfingtons. Yes, I'm going to veto that because, as you said, it was not a suggestion. Elfie Elfie of the Elfie Missings. Okay, I think we're good here.
I have an Elfie pin here that I still need to unpack.
Yes, you do. I see it now. All right. I'm going to open it up. All right, chat. So here we go. So what we're going to do is please vote for one of these 5, and the top 2 vote getters are going to, we're going to like narrow it down to the top 2, and then we'll vote between the top 2, and then we will actually be underway. ElfQuest ruined you about all other elves? Yeah. You're not alone there. ElfQuest is
yeah, ElfQuest.
interesting.
Oh my god. I love ElfQuest so much.
Was ElfQuest Larry Elmore was the illustrator? Is that
No, Wendy Peeney.
It was okay. I always get that confused because Elmore did a bunch of stuff. I think he did Snarf Quest, and that always throws me off a little bit.
That does not ring a bell.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that would be Wendy Peeney.
You know the red do you know the red box, the famous red box cover with the warrior going at the red dragon? I think that's Elmore.
Yes.
That's Elmore, I think.
Oh, I see. Like, I think one of the nicest things anybody has ever told to me about my art style is that it reminded them of Wendy Peeney, and I was like,
wow.
The heart
nice.
cannot take.
Okay, now that I think of it, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I can see that.
Well, not that much anymore. Like, I had like a time where like I was like drawing a lot of inspiration, like especially because I was drawing a lot of elves and elf adjacent things. Mm-hmm. So I was like definitely in there.
Yep, I just confirmed that was Larry Elmore who did the red box art. He also did Dark Sun art too. I didn't know that.
Ooh.
Interesting. I've actually met Larry Elmore. And he did the opening to well, actually I don't know if he did, maybe not. Okay, no, I take that back. One I was going to say he did the Isle of Dread one, but I don't actually think that he did.
I'm done with this one, by the way.
He did the Dragonlance covers. Okay, that's where I knew him from too. He did all the Dragonlance covers. The Dragons of Autumn Twilight, with the 3, Tanis and Sturm and what's-her-face, Kitiara, and then the red dragon is behind the tree looking up at them. Wow. Man, Dragonlance as big as a kid. Also, this drawing is awesome. I love it. I like that. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Good stuff, Terry. How's your arm feeling? Did that work out?
Oh, it's fine. Like, this is like perfectly fine working like this. It's like no issue.
I love it.
Also, I've got like ergonomic stuff on my desk. Like I have like this armrest now for my keyboard, which I use all the time.
Nice.
And I have like a mouse pad with like a wrist rest, and I have and I'm throwing everything over, and I have like a sidewards mouse now.
Yep. I've seen those before.
So good. Can recommend.
Nice.
If you ever have like troubles with your arm and or wrist, get like stuff like that.
That's super cool. That's neat.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have got chat. So Grendel Flutterbane has 2 votes, and then we have a vote for everything else.
I also need to vote.
So yes, I'm going to need to ask you to vote, and whoever you vote for, unless it's also Grendel Flutterbane, that's going to be the one that goes in with Grendel Flutterbane as of right now. So the Hand, will it be the Hand, wielder of the cool sword, Marl Skyborn, our boy Elroy, Tainer Shadybrook, or I suppose if you vote for Grendel Flutterbane.
I vote for number 3.
Number 3. Okay, go ahead and get your vote in there.
Do I have to type it?
Do you want me to do it? All right.
Yeah,
there you go. Okay, Marl Skyborn.
My desk is full with drawing stuff. Don't make me type things.
Okay, here we go. So, I'm sorry. We had to vote for. I got it, Garlic. That's fine. You're cool. I got your vote in. So, Marl Skyborn and Grendel Flutterbane are going to be the 2. So, what we're going to do is we're going to erase that. We're going to erase that. Again, this amazing voting system brought to you by the incredible Effect Life. All right, chat. Now we're going to open this up again. We're going to see if this works. Actually, I'm going to place that up here because that was the top vote getter.
Quack.
Okay. All right, good. And I'm going to clear this. Okay, cool. Now, here we go, chat. So now you get to vote between those 2. And the winner of this is our character name, Marl Skyborn or Grendel Flutterbane.
I vote for 1.
You vote for Marl Skyborn. Okay. Get that vote in. Make your voice be heard. You have
Speaking of Grendel, here's like an unpopular opinion. I actually liked that CGI movie they made of Beowulf some years ago.
No, they put Angelina Jolie.
Really like that one.
But they put Grendel's mother in high heels. It's not. It's
the rest is still good. The music is amazing. I love what. By the way, the script was written, or at least co-written, by Neil Gaiman.
I know,
and
but
it shows.
I know.
I love what they did with the whole thing to properly connect the two arcs of the story, because in the original poem, right, the first arc has fuck all to do with the second arc. It's just here's the first monster, then some time goes by, here's another monster, and this time they all connected it.
Do you mean
to be one coherent story?
The first two monsters are affected because it's Grendel and his mother. You mean the dragon is not connected?
The dragon has fuck all to do with.
Well, yeah, but the reason for that, in the original poem, 50 years pass, and it takes 4 lines to describe Beowulf doing 50 years, and I always talk about that a lot with my students because it means that Beowulf didn't give a damn about being a king, right? He wanted to be a warrior, so that was kind of the focal point. I just can't get over Angelina Jolie being Grendel's. I mean, listen, not that I have an objection to Angelina Jolie. I'm just saying, she can't. No, what?
But it's a bunch of stupid shit like that. You have the whole thing where when Beowulf fights Grendel butt naked, and the camera is always adjusted in a way that you.
Right. See, so you already admit that it's.
Yeah, I know it's stupid, but it's fun. And I really like the theme song, the one that the Queen sings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the problem is that
the animation style is kind of janky.
Other Beowulf movies have also are pretty bad. The Beowulf and Grendel is terrible, and I mean I actually use it as an example. I shouldn't say it's terrible. It's pretty bad. When the DVD itself has on the back cover a blurb, from a review, and it's 2.5 stars out of 4. When the DVD itself, the best they can do is find a 2.5 star thing. You've got it's got Gerard Butler in there, but it. Okay, so we've got four. We're tied up here, folks. 4-4. We need one more vote. It is Marl Skyborn at 4 and Grendel Flutterbane at 4. So I need someone to break this tie.
So we are basically an elven dream shaman?
Yes.
That's what we are? Okay.
That is correct.
I'm going to give him slightly droopy ears.
Yeah, it's hilarious, Rudnell. It's 2.5 stars on the package. It's hilarious. I mean, it might be, now that I'm thinking it might be 3 out of 5. But the point is, it's like that. It's not on the package, I would think you would put 5 out of 5 star review or something, but they put a 3 out of 5 or 2.5 out of 4 review. It's hilarious. Okay, so Grendel Flutterbane is ahead. I'm going to last call this. Going once. Hey, what's up, Echo? Going twice. Oh, it's tied up again. All right, it's tied up 6-6. We need someone to break this tie, people. Marl Skyborn at 6, Grendel Flutterbane at 6.
Well, I mean, if nobody's breaking that tie,
I already added your voting. Oh, you're going to take back your vote?
Take back my vote, yeah.
Oh, okay. You did try, Critchwitch. You did. Okay, so so are you changing the vote to Grendel, or are you removing?
Nothing.
Okay. So I'm going to remove
5-6.
this. Exactly, Rudnell. Okay. All right, that means the winner is Grendel Flutterbane. Okay. So Grendel Flutterbane. So here's our name. Going to double click to change this. Grendel Flutterbane. With 10 out of 10 skill, 18 out of 18 stamina, 12 out of 12 luck, 14 out of 14 power, no provisions. We have the named sword Talessa, we have leather armor, we have a backpack, and we have a potion of fortune, and that's it. Chat, here we go. You wake up suddenly, shivering despite the warm midsummer night air. You are grateful to see the familiar walls and trappings of your hut. You know that you are secure, surrounded by the rest of your tribe and deep in Affin Forest. The dream from which you awoke momentarily escapes you. What was it? And then memory floods in on you. It was a dream of ordinary everyday life in your village. Elves were out hunting, tilling the ground, collecting roots for medicine and food, cooking and repairing huts. You could not see yourself in the dream, but you were surveying the scene. Suddenly a voice spoke. a voice which simultaneously made everyone look up from their work and frightened you. It took you a moment to realize why it filled you with fear. It was your own voice. But what words are these you are speaking? I must leave you for a while, you said to your fellow elves. May the gods of the forest protect you all while I am gone. The demon prince Ishtra is just beginning to gather a vast force of damned, chaotic, and evil creatures beneath our forest. He plans to overrun the entire world, starting with the wood elves. His rule over his army is so cruel that even his foul minions would rebel if they could, but Ishtra holds them in his sway by magical power. Thus he must be overcome. If his sway is broken, his army will have no organization and power. They will be reduced to civil war between themselves. His army is not yet large, so I must go now to face him while there is still a chance of penetrating his defenses. May I fare well and fare you all well until I return, if I return. Otherwise, we will meet again in Tir Nanag, the island realm of the Son of the Sea, the land of youth where all must go when their time comes. At this point, At this point, you woke up. You now take stock of the dream. You know full well that it is a message from your gods, yet never before have they chosen to communicate by having you speak their words. You realize this must be their way of impressing upon you both the urgency of the task and the fact that you, and only you, have been chosen for the mission. But the idea terrifies you. As a demon prince, Ishtra cannot be killed by any weapon of any earthly race. Even the most magical sword of the High Elves would not strike him down, so what can your lesser powers do against him? Nevertheless, you have been commanded to go, and you put your faith in the gods. They would not so command you if there was no hope. You decide to go back to sleep to see if you can dream a dream which will give you more information about the noble and awesome task facing you. And here we have a picture chat while Terry is working on the artwork of our awesome character. And I'm going to show you this picture. Give me just a second here. Check out images. Okay, no, it doesn't have that. All right, so oh, well, I'd like one where the actual resolution is vaguely visible. No. Okay, hang on a second, Chad. I think I have
with
it.
The hair.
If I can't find the picture, then I'll just use, but I was hoping I could reveal this picture. It doesn't look like I can, unfortunately. Yeah, no, that doesn't.
Oh.
None of that helps me. All right. Okay.
We have a visitor.
Hello, Lorelei. Cat.
Cat. Yeah. She wants attention, but she does not want to get in front of the camera.
Okay, this is, yeah. So I'm just going to use this because I'm going to go back to the main screen for a moment. Whoa, that's way too bright. Hold on a second. I didn't realize it was that bright. Too much exposure.
You don't like getting paid in exposure?
I've had too much of it already.
That was a dirty little chuckle.
It's just, laugh so you don't cry. Okay. There we go. So this chat is what we see. So imagine this nice little creepy forest. It's all good. Okay. So, here we go. You're in the vault of heaven, yes. In your dream, you walk through Affin Forest, yet it is both familiar and unfamiliar. The trees seem more alive, even more than they normally appear to your trained wood elf senses. The tiny noises of twigs and shrubs seem magnified. A vivid force plays over the surface of the trunks, being sustained by the vibrant, slow earth below and spreading to the smallest shoot on the topmost branch. Even while you dream, you are aware that this is a vision of the life force which your people called Maella. It gives all things life, and a minute fragment of it is your power to dream and make magic. You do not recognize the particular part of the forest you were in. Perhaps it exists only in your dream, but perhaps it has a real counterpart. Affin Forest is vast, but is only a small remnant of the one forest of old, when the 3 continents of Titan were unified. Yeah, so that confirms it, Terry. This is another continent, but it's on Titan, which is the world of Final Fantasy. In your dream, branches bend down from the trees and usher you onwards along a trail which opens up in front of you. You are content to be following the trail, but you also detect urgency in the prodding of the branches. Where are the trees leading you? As soon as the question is formed in your mind, it is answered. The trees stop pushing you onwards, and you find yourself at the meeting of 3 ways. One way is the trail you have been following. The other 2 extend in different directions, forking like the angle of a serpent's tongue. The trees have stopped urging you, so this is where they were guiding you. In your dream, you know that the crossroads is more than just the meeting of 3 ways. The path behind you symbolizes your past life, and now, with your heart beating fast and with your mind strangely calm, you have a choice of 2 ways onward. But where do they lead? At the moment, they both look like Greensward's tracks through a still forest. Then you notice for the first time, it has only just appeared, a statue standing on the exact spot where the 3 ways meet. She is a beautiful goddess, but in human form, and you know neither her name nor her function. She is completely impassive. Her arms are folded across her chest, and billowing robes shroud her body. Though made of stone, her eyes seem to bore into your mind and read your thoughts. Your thoughts, of course, are of which way you should turn at this junction. The statue's arms unfold, and a small black dog, which she was cradling in her arms and had been hidden among her full sleeves, leaps down and runs yelping past you and away through the trees behind you. But you know that whatever the meaning of this, the dog is not showing you your path, and you remain watching the statue. Her arms continue to unfold, so slowly that it seems to take eternity, and meanwhile her robes take on the glow of a pale but brilliant blue, and her face unlocks gently into an enigmatic smile. Finally, her arms are simply pointing down each of the routes between which you have to choose. You look first down the one to your left. Instead of the plain forest path, lacking significant features which you had seen before, there is now a highway that seems, contrary even to your dream expectations, to open up the more distant it gets. The end, if there is an end, is indefinite, but such a sense of health and well-being issues from it that your heart is warmed, and the trees, as they recede into the distance, lose many of their tree-like features, but take on the essence of vitality. Down the other path, however, the trees and woodland shrubs become more and more grotesque until they are empty shells, not truly alive, but sustained by some fell force which exudes such a malignant power that your nostrils are assailed by the rotten odor of it. And as soon as your mind registers the full horror of the putrescence, in your dream you see its source. A wide area of the forest has collapsed into a pit whose bottom you cannot see, but whatever is there deep underground is causing the blight of the forest. Your forest. You now see that the statue bears in either hand duplicates of your trusty sword Telessa. The beautiful goddess fades into invisibility, leaving a last glimpse of her enigmatic smile and letting the 2 swords fall to stick quivering in the turf. Will you take up the sword to your left and proceed towards the hearth and health of the forest? Or will you take the one to the right and investigate what is causing your precious forest to suffer? So, here we go, chat. Quick poll for this one. Do we go vote 1 is left, vote 2 is right? The left one proceeds towards the health of the forest. The right one proceeds towards investigating what's wrong with the forest. So get your vote in now. This is a really cool dream mechanic. I never played this one, so... Votes 2, votes 1, all right. Chad is doing the adventurous thing. Chad's like, you know what? We need to do what we need to do. Yeah. Hold on one sec, Chad. Okay. You're part of this world, Treebeard. Okay. Just gotta text my daughter something quickly. Bear with me. Windows is going to start today.
The cat is mad that I'm ignoring her.
Sorry, cat. Okay. Good, wonderful, spectacular, cool. Alrighty. So it looks like Chad has decided to investigate what is wrong with the forest. As chat should. I'm not even going to give that a last call because it seems pretty clear. Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably right, Arudnell. I have no idea. I've never played this one, but I'm seeing. All right, here we go. We're going to see what's happening. As you walk up the path, the trees change from the peaceful, slow creatures which you know and love. Roots bulge out of the ground even as you pass and snake towards your ankles. Branches brush your cheeks, but not in gentle recognition of a kindred spirit. There are no leaves on these trees except for a few rotten remnants which ooze thick resin and flick it at you. It burns whenever it lands on some exposed part of your skin. But worse than all this, and worse than the hideous forms of these warped trees, is the smell which the pit exudes. The closer you get to it, the more your senses scream that this is wrong, wrong, wrong. The part of you which remains conscious even when you sleep is aware that you are tossing and turning on your pallet and are close to waking up in order to avoid the foul nightmare. Will you try to continue with the dream, or will you choose to wake up? So again, chat, another quick poll. Will you try to continue with the dream? That's choice 1. Or choose to wake up is choice 2. Okay. Okay. All right. The chat is like, you know what? We're going to continue with this dream. All right. Here we go. You were immediately destroyed. No, just kidding. Okay. If your power score is 14 or more, and it is, it's just 14 actually, you manage to block off your senses and persevere. The trees become less threatening and more lifeless, though that in itself wounds your wood elf heart. But the closer you get to the pit, which is the source of the blight on the forest, the more you seem to be wading through a quagmire. It's not just that the ground is sticky and hard to cross. The air itself seems to squeeze your chest until your breathing is labored and harsh. Eventually you come close to the pit. The light has entirely faded now, and you know you are close only because of the tangible aura of evil surrounding it. A mocking laugh splits the murky atmosphere, and a cold, cruel voice speaks to you.
Puny elf, do you seek to test yourself against me? I look forward to our meeting, if you get that far.
Then all at once a thicket of impenetrable bushes springs up all around you. Wherever you turn there is no escape, and the thicket is closing in on you. Will you use a fire spell to force a way through, or will you not do so? So give me a second, let me redo that. And okay. So, will you use a fire spell, or will you not do so, and will you, stand and face your fear type of thing? So, and I should say, fire spell would be choice 1. Standing and facing your fear is choice 2. Sorry. So, fire spell is 1, and standing and facing your fear is 2.
So since you mentioned ElfQuest earlier, I'm now giving him like a slightly ElfQuest inspired outfit, like a Wolf Rider outfit.
I can see that.
I should reread those. I haven't read them in a while.
I like that you've added in the witch way, the Arvany witch in there as part of that.
Yeah, that was when you asked left or right.
Yeah, unclear. Second obs. Yeah, two is like stand and face your fear type of thing, basically. Yeah, to do nothing. Yeah.
I never finished reading Final Quest, and I had the issues imported from the US specifically because they weren't publishing this shit over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the European versus the American market is an interesting one.
Oh, there is no one European market. That's like the whole issue.
Oh, well, I mean, like...
Mainly you have the French market, well, French-Belgian market. You
right,
have the Italian market, you have the UK market,
right.
And you have everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. No, but like, I guess the point was, like, for example, the book we're playing right now never came out here. They only went up to, like, I don't know, 23 or 24 with an American publisher. But the other stuff, which was through Penguin, or Puffin actually, didn't end up here. So, okay, we are going to close this down because the answer is we will stand and do nothing. We will not. And it says, quote, "You boldly march up to the thicket, which parts and then vanishes to let you through. You know that in dreams the images that you see are formed by your own mind and can therefore be changed or dispelled by your own mind if you have enough power, and we do, and make the right decisions. But by dispelling this illusion, you also dissolve the dream as a whole and you wake up." Okay. "When you are fully awake, you know what you must do. Somewhere in this forest is an area of foul blight which marks the entrance to Ishtra's underground stronghold. You must find it, enter the pit, seek out Ishtra, and do battle with him. This will be an immense task, a quest which, whether you succeed or fail, the Wood Elves will sing about as long as they have voices to sing. It is a particularly daring undertaking for a Wood Elf, for your kind do not normally stray more than half a day's journey from home. You call a council of the tribal elders and explain your task. They protest that the mission is impossible, but you do not allow such doubts to enter your mind. You tell them that you must go and that you make arrangements for the protection of the tribe during your absence. After embracing your closest friends, and many seem to be such friends under these circumstances, you prepare to leave. All your need is your sword, Talessa, and a backpack. You do not take any provisions because as a Wood Elf you are confident of finding enough to eat as long as you were in the forest. Narrator voice. This was a mistake. Okay, which way should you go? So here are the ways to go. Lake Necros lies not far to the east, so you must choose between heading roughly north, south, or west. And it gives me zero information, chat, about which of these makes the best sense to do. So we're going to say...
You know what? Let's go full ElfQuest. This boy has only 4 fingers on every hand.
Which direction should we go? Should we go north? Should we go roughly north? Roughly north or south or west, because the lake is to the east. All right, chat, go ahead and get your votes in. Which direction should we go? Yeah, I know, right? Not ominous at all that it's called Lake Necros. Lake Necros, the Lake of the Dead. Yeah, if you fail, no one will be around to sing about it, right? That's a positive. Always think of the bright side, Rudnell. Hey, listen, if it doesn't go well, no one will be alive, so... Always look on the bright
If the quest
side.
fails and nobody is there to see it fail, did the quest really fail?
Exactly. To the east we go not, for Lake Necros awaits. Yep, that's what I was thinking. Life's a piece of shit when you look at it.
No, you need to do the accent. Life's a piece of shit
Yeah.
when you look at it.
When you look at it, that's true. Oh, no, it's true.
Ah. Though that is not my favorite song sang by Eric Idle.
What's your favorite one?
That would be That's Death. Like, that was the opening song for the second Discworld computer game.
Oh,
Where, like, it's basically a parody of That's Life from Frank Sinatra, but, you know, that's death.
That's funny. That's funny.
It's fucking hilarious.
That is really funny. All right, so we have got...
And, you know, really dark.
4 votes of roughly north and 2 votes for south. Well, yeah. All right. Okay, so last call on this. Last call.
So, like, for reference, we are not actually out and about right now, are we? We are in a dream still? Or
No,
what's
we have
happening?
woken up now. We have woken up
Oh.
now, and but the dream told us that we have to find the entrance to Ishtra's land in the forest, and then we need to challenge him in his lair and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, Idols, I bet they won't play this song on the radio. That's right. Okay. All right. Roughly north. North it is. Without a backward glance, you set off north. There are few true paths this deep in the forest, but even when the sun is not visible, there are plenty of signs to show a wood elf which way is which. Although you often have to digress to avoid some obstacle or other, you keep to a generally northerly direction. After half a day's journeying, it is time to rest and eat. You look for berries while you continue walking, but there are not many, as the narrator had predicted. The presence of more light off to your left tells you that there is a glade there, and you think that it may have shrubs such as bilberry growing in it. Will you turn left towards the glade or carry on northwards? All right, chat, so quick poll here. Vote 1 if you want to go left towards the glade where you think there's bilberry blue bushes, like shrubs, or carry on northwards.
Bilberry blue bushes.
Blue, blah, blue, blue.
Blue, blue.
Bilberry berry, basically, I think, is like some weird combination of blue and blackberry.
Yum. Oh, I could really go for some rote Grütze right now. Like, the name sounds disgusting, but it's so fucking delicious.
What is water?
It's like-
Whatchamacallit?
Rote Grütze. It's like basically kind of a pudding type of situation, but made of forest berries.
Oh,
Like, blueberries,
Uh-huh.
raspberries, blackberries, all that kind of jazz.
okay.
And it's usually served with, it's kind of sour-ish, like you don't actually put that much sugar in, but then you add like the super sweet either vanilla sauce or vanilla ice cream to it, depending on the season.
So it cuts
And-
the tartness of it, and it's just like, yeah,
Yes.
that's good.
It's really good.
That sounds pretty awesome. That's one of those
Well-
ones you'd be like, I don't need the sweet stuff, and then you eat it, and you're like, that's the tartest, It's like cranberries without any kind of sweetness added to them are very tart. Super
Well,
tart.
I mean, like, to be fair, like, I mean, I have not been to the US specifically, but like, to every country I've been so far. Not counting Austria, because they basically have the same food as we do. Don't tell the Austrians I said that. They will lynch me.
We're a totally different country, all right?
Yeah. Of course. But like, food in other countries is so much sweeter than in Germany. Like, we
Interesting.
don't do the super sugary sweetness.
Yep, I actually remember when I was traveling through Germany, I remember that very distinctly, that the sweet was
Yeah.
not as big a deal.
Yeah.
German lunches and dinners were so good, and the breakfasts were not. but the lunches and dinners were amazing. Meats
So what
and-
were they saving you for breakfast?
like a bunch of like deli meat, like ham, like slices of ham, and like awful scrambled eggs and stuff like that. But this, admittedly, now this is
yes, the
back in
classic.
2000, So this is 21 years ago, but
Oh no, I have stayed at quite a few hotels throughout Germany, and like breakfast food tends to be fucking awful.
tends to be terrible.
Yeah. Like usually what you want to do is like just go out to a bakery and grab something to eat there.
I got
It's always 10,000 times better.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to last call this. I think I may already have last called it, but it looks like we're aiming towards the glade. The glade.
So now I'm going to show you guys something really cool. I used the wrong sharpener.
All right, not as cool. Not anymore.
There. It's a pen, but also an eraser.
An erasable pen.
No, well, that would just be a pencil.
Oh. No.
No, it's like a eraser pencil. It's
Wait, what? Oh,
an
it is
eraser
a
inside
pencil, which is an eraser. It is. I see.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah,
I
yeah.
gotcha. Now here's something you'll
Very
really
useful.
like.
It's very useful for getting like smaller details.
I can imagine. That's really cool.
Like especially when you have a eraser as used up and rounded as one I have, so
Right.
you can't get any small details with that anymore.
So can you sharpen that eraser? Is there a way
Yes.
to like you can? Okay,
It's a regular pencil sharpener.
that's super cool.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to turn left towards the glade by the will of chat. All right.
To the left, to the left.
Sure enough, there are bilberries in the glade. You also find edible toadstools, wild parsnips, and the fern called skunk bear's tongue, which elves value as both nutritious and refreshing. There's just enough food to make a single meal for you, however. It seems that animals have already removed much of it, more than they could eat, you think. It looks as though they've been storing food, which is unusual for this time of year. It occurs to you that they probably know instinctively that some peril is nearby and are preparing for it. After your meal, you decide to rest against a log. Will you stay awake or let yourself drift into the dream world? So, staying awake is choice 1, chat. Choice 2 is if you are letting yourself drift into the dream world. Singing, "Oh, dream weaver, I believe you could get me through the night." That's exactly how it'll sound.
I'm just thinking of the Black Guardian cover of Mr. Sandman right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the video is great for
Sandman.
that
Is
one
it-
because I dress up. Because I dress up in drag for that one. It's a classic.
Did you see? Oh man, I gotta find the. So you know the Vanessa Carlton song, "Finding My Way Downtown," going
Yes.
fat, right? So there's a metal cover of this. Have you seen it?
Yeah, of course there is.
So, but the the cover was this guy, just this dude on a keyboard, and he's just playing like, da, 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 and he's staring at the camera, and then he's like, "Waking my way downtown," like, and he just suddenly breaks into this like full out, like almost death metal sounding, like vocally anyway. It's very funny, and of course the background behind him changes to like hellfire, and at that point it's really really funny.
No, but like covering well-known pop songs as metal songs is like a long-lived tradition.
Sure, I can imagine. Okay. What are the votes? Oh yeah, because I'm doing the quick vote because it's faster. Echo. So right now you can see that the 2 votes
I
up
realized I
there
hadn't moved my lamp over.
are just the 2 votes are just staying awake, which is vote 1, or letting yourself drifting into the dream world is vote 2. So if you vote for 1, you're staying awake. If you vote for 2, you're drifting into the dream world. Sorry, Echo. I was just doing that because it's faster. If we get 3 or more, then I obviously use the full out thing. Okay.
Now I have an earworm. Making my way downtown, walking fast. I don't actually know the lyrics, so that's like the bad part.
And I miss you.
No.
I don't know why everybody knows that song, even though Vanessa Carlton, I don't think ever became that big a deal. But just everybody knows of that song anyway.
Well, I mean, that's like the one big hit that the band has,
Yeah,
There's like
but
a lot
she's
of
got a couple,
bands where
though. She's got a
I
couple
don't
though.
know any other ones.
Well, I mean,
when I didn't even know the name. I know the song, but I didn't know that she was the person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, that is obviously her major one. Okay, we're going to close that. And all right, we are letting ourselves drift into the dream world. In your dream, you visit an unfamiliar place. There is a sandy arena spotted with blood in which 2 heroes are battling to the death. A crowd roars its appreciation, and the whole show is overseen by a cruel-looking man dressed in rich clothes. The appearance of these humans and humanoids is strange to you. You hear the richly garbed man speak to his neighbor. "Whoever survives the arena of death will be my champion. I'll have the last laugh at that brother of mine." You wonder what this means. Is it an illusion or a vision of a distant land? The harsh sun which bakes the dream arena is suddenly blotted out by a vast dragon. But this is merely the reflection in your dream of the shadow cast by the giant bloodhawk, which is swooping down on your sleeping body. The pain of its talons ripping your thigh jerks you back to wakefulness. Deduct 1 skill and 2 stamina points. What? God damn it. By the time you've drawn your sword, it is swooping down on you again, and you have no time to cast a spell. Fight the monster. Oh, man.
Fight.
All right, so we get to use the battle here, chat. And the battle will be like this. It is a giant blood hawk. And it has a skill of 7, which means we're still better than it is, and a stamina of 12. Okay.
Time to die.
Time to die, Bloodhawk. Even while you were steadying yourself to meet the Bloodhawk's... Oh, for us? No, what? Come on now. Positive. Think positively. To meet the Bloodhawk's diving attack, the thought passes through your mind that it is far from its usual open habitat. Could it be a spy sent by Ishtra? Then there is no more time for thinking, only doing. All right, so Giant Bloodhawk, skill 7, stamina 12. So the way this works, chat, is that you are going to roll 2 dice. Triffid, I believe, is rolling for us. Roll 2 dice and is going to add it to our skill number. That's the combat score of us. Then I'm going to roll for the Bloodhawk and is going to add it to its skill of 7. If we win, we deduct 2 stamina points from it. If it wins, it deducts 2 stamina points from us. And we go back and forth until one of us is at 0. We can theoretically use luck to increase damage, but given the fact that it's 2 skill points below us, we probably don't want to start there, right? We probably want to start by doing, you know, by just doing it normally, but just something to keep in mind. All right, so Triffid leads off with 5 plus 2 is 7. And I'm going to roll 2d6. So that's 7, right, so 7 plus 9 is 16, all right, and it's going to roll, oh, and I should have put in the 7. This is the way to do that.
But you didn't.
Okay, there we go, 12. So we won the first round, good job, down to 2 stamina. All right, Triffid, or down 2 more stamina, so 10 points it's left to. All right, Triffid, you are up next, go ahead again, good stuff.
Really go for some rote Grütze right now.
Oh, I saw that, and thank you, Echo, for posting that. Yeah, it is Happy Teachers Day today, so thank you, Echo, for posting that. I appreciate very much your thought.
But are you happy?
I am happy to be doing my teaching. I feel like it is work that I feel good about, and I enjoy it very much. So thank you, Echo. I appreciate that. Ooh, a 3. Okay, so we're looking at a 12 here, and it's going to get 16. So it takes us for 2 stamina points. Okay, all right, next round. Let's have no more 3s. Yeah, that's a good call. I actually wondered about that picture. I forgot that's what that was from. Yeah.
What?
There was the picture that Echo linked to was a tweet from Mark Wahlberg who was saying Happy Teacher's Day. And it was from, so not Mark Wahlberg, Donnie Wahlberg, rather.
I don't know who that is.
Let me see if I can find, well, I'm going to do this and I'll let chat send a link along. Okay, so 7. So we've got 7 plus 9 is 16. It rolls a 14, and so it loses 2 more stamina. Good stuff. It's down to 8. As we slash into it. Both of them wall bonkers, it's true. Okay. All right, another 7. So that is again a 16. Again, it rolls a 14. And so loses 2 more points. It's down to 6. We have got it down to half health, chat. Let's keep it up. These are great rolls. As we strike with Talessa in our practiced Wood Elven awesome way. We Legolas up this this Bloodhawk, except not with a bow, but with a sword.
Isn't he a grey elf?
Legolas?
Yeah.
Wood Elf. The son of Thranduil.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I knew you did. I was saying that for the benefit of chat. 2 + 2 is 4, huh? Okay, so 4 + 9 is 13. It rolls a 16. So we lose 2 more stamina.
One? Like, wasn't that like the whole thing that he was like one of the elves like who never went to the west? And those are the grey elves?
Oh, because after, well, yeah, I guess that's true because he stayed with Gimli and the group.
No. Like, I mean, like, of the people. You
No, I
know,
know.
like, way back at the beginning, you know, when, like, the whole thing was the lake.
Oh, well, at the
And
very,
elves-
yeah, but that's, but
yeah.
the, I
Aren't
guess
those
that
the
might have
grey
been,
elves that stay behind?
yeah, I guess that's true. It was a
Or am I
second term for them, but the reference they always made to them was, even at the time, was wood elves. Like, gray elves is something which kind of comes up later on in, it's referred to later on, I think, in the Silmarillion and the appendices. But yeah,
Well, yeah, that was like, that's like basically my resource for information lately.
yes, that is
Just
fair
like
enough. My mind is
all the other stuff.
my mind is all Lord of the Rings at the moment because it's literally what I'm teaching right now. So
Nice.
I'm all LOTR. Okay, so 8 + 9 is 17. It rolls a 15 and loses 2 stamina. It's down to 4 stamina, chat. 4 stamina left on this giant Bloodhawk. And a happy posthumous birthday to Jeff Conaway, who was Zach Allen on Babylon 5. He would have been 71 today, and he's battling addiction. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't remember. I mean, honestly, I know very little about Babylon 5. For whatever reason, I mean, I obviously know a little bit about it, but not very much. It kind of just went right over. I just never watched it, really. I don't know why. I was more, that sort of thing ended up being more, that kind of political science fiction for me ended up being more like Deep Space Nine than Babylon 5. But obviously, I know a lot of people love it. And there's a remake, right, coming out? Not a remake, but like a reboot because a lot of the older actors sadly have passed. So, yeah, BS for getting a return. Yeah. Yep. Which is the big thing, is the fact that the creator is back at the helm of it, which is cool. All right, Triffin, another roll here, please, if you would. Or wait, was that a new one? No, I think you did that one before, so we had another one. I think I did see the 8. I don't remember if I counted. Maybe I didn't do that. Maybe I didn't count the 8. Okay, well then I'll let it roll. That means it's going to... Okay, so it's down to 2. Okay, so now I must have... I thought I counted that, but I guess I didn't trip it. But now it's good. So now we have one more roll that we need, hopefully, Triffid, to take down this Bloodhawk. There's soon going to be a hawk of blood, know what I'm saying? Bloodhawk. I like the idea, too, that it's a giant Bloodhawk, so there's, like, regular Bloodhawks in this world, apparently. You know, there's, like, or small Bloodhawks. I just watched episode 2 of season 2 of The Mandalorian, where you've seen that, right, Terry?
I've seen it all. Yeah.
Okay, so where they encountered
all.
all the spiders, and like it's just small spiders and then mini spiders and then the mega spider.
Oh yeah.
It's like okay.
Yeah, the boyfriend did not enjoy that one.
I can imagine. Spoilers.
He does
listen.
not care for spiders.
All right, well, listen, I'm not spoiling anything beyond that. I won't say anything else about it. However, Echo, if you're going to spend any time on this channel, with as much as I love The Mandalorian, you got to go watch it fast. I'm not going to be able to hold off spoilers on everything. I love that show too much. But I won't say anything more about it now. All right, okay. I won't do anything more, but you got to go see these things, man. I can't hold off discussion forever. It's been out for over a year. gotta get that thing seen. Gotta see it. But I will not say anything else about it. And if you're gonna ask me not to spoil season 1, I don't know what to tell you. Like, season 1 has been out over 2 years now, so little movie called Arachnophobia. It's true. Okay, and sorry, what was that last roll? Was 7. Let's see, 7. 7 plus 9 is 16. 18. Oh, we got hit again. This Bloodhawk is tearing us up. Okay, one more, Triffid. Yeah, I mean, I'm just telling you right now, I'll try to do my best, Echo, but there's no way I'm going to be able to hold off of spoilers all the way to the end of the year. Like, that's just not happening. I'll try to be clear when I'm starting to talk about something so you can mute for a few seconds, but just I can't. The show is too good. Especially with the coming of the Boba Fett show, which is launching, I think, in December. Because actually haven't even started to shoot season 3 of The Mandalorian yet. They're doing that next year, I think. Early next year.
I remember years ago when that show was like sort of announced that they were doing a Boba Fett thing, and that the writer for that one said allegedly he's gonna redo like all the origin story stuff for Boba Fett because he hated what they did with him in the prequels or something. Is it still?
I'm sure that they will be able to alter some stuff, but I doubt very much that Disney's going to let him mess too much with all of it. They might change some aspects of it. Okay, I can't talk about the rest because it's spoiler, but like the Boba Fett thing.
I think the prequels are old enough for.
No. I'm not talking about that. There's a thing that happens in the. No, I'm talking about. I can't talk about it because I'll spoil it for Echo, but it's within the Mandalorian is what I'm talking about that has the Fett stuff. But I can't say any more because. Okay, so good job, Triffid. We have defeated
for people who are familiar with what is it called now? Like all the novels stuff that first was made non-canon.
Yes, the extended universe they call that now, right? Like it's no longer canon; it's like the extended stuff. Yeah.
Like they did already do stuff with Boba Fett in that one, like post.
Yep. And it is the original actor. That dude is awesome too. That guy is so cool. Yeah, very very neat. Okay,
Am I misremembering something, or didn't he play Aquaman's dad in the movie?
Did he really? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I haven't seen Aquaman.
Oh, really? Fun movie. Like not like.
I thought you were down on the DC stuff. You love DC, and I thought you were down on the
comics.
Movies. Right.
The shows.
Okay.
Like the cartoons and stuff, but like, oh my god, the movies, they are. And she said that while wearing a Wonder Woman shirt. Amazing.
Okay.
Can't probably get that in frame.
There it is. I see it. Wonder Woman.
It's I can't get it further into frame, but it's the Bombshells version, which is a really silly fucking concept for a comic. And oh my god, are the stories silly that they tell with it, but it's really fun.
Your live soon. The Suicide Squad is good too, better than Suicide Squad. It is hard to believe that we had those close together.
I have not seen the Suicide Squad yet.
Yeah, supposedly it's pretty good. Although I don't know. I don't particularly like the Suicide Squad.
The Harley Quinn movie was really good.
Yeah, I don't.
Even though Black Canary didn't get to wear a leather jacket, I was kind of salty about that because a leather jacket is kind of her thing.
It's also kind of your thing a little bit. Let's just say.
No, because leather jackets do not come in my size.
You have one though that I've seen you literally add patches and things to, and I thought it was a leather jacket. Is that a canvas jacket?
Vest.
It's a jeans vest, all right. But you got a ton of patches and stuff that you put on it and stuff. That you,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I just bought some new ones at F. That is something to put on stuff.
Okay, let's move on with this. So if you win, you leave the clearing and continue north. We did win, so we leave and continue north. Is that our guy? We got the. Look at that! I love the little fringes too on the pants.
Thank you.
It's good stuff.
That was like I think it was Tyleed in the ElfQuest comic who like wore all the fringes.
You would know better than I would. I only barely remember
I've seen
ElfQuest.
So long. Let's consult the Google.
As you proceed northwards, you see more and more evidence that the woodland creatures are preparing for Ishtra's imminent invasion. It's not just that they've been gathering much of the available food. You also notice that their behavior patterns are different. There are fewer animals than usual, as if many have already fled. Normally, timid creatures snarl at you from bushes, Birds twitter in fright from the topmost branches. You begin to regret not bringing any provisions from home, as the narrator predicted, especially since it is likely that the closer you get to Ishtra's pit, the more the forest animals will have eaten or gathered the available food. You always knew that you would need to carry food when you were underground, but it now seems sensible to take time to gather provisions for your whole journey, both overground and underground. I continue to not understand why you wouldn't have thought about that to begin with, but whatever. The next stage of your northward journey will be found by turning to 347. Before you turn there, though, however, remember that paragraph number and turn to 50. All right, so 347. Do-do. Gathering provisions. Gathering provisions now. Yeah, food.
Also, I misremembered. Nobody wears fringes, actually, from the Wolf Riders.
Oh, really? Okay.
But, like, a bunch of them have, like, ripped up leather pieces over
I
there.
see.
Yeah, so I misremembered that one.
Okay, here we go, chat. As you search for provisions, you may well have to fight some forest creature, either because you try to deprive it of some food or simply because it is aggressive. Roll one die to find out one creature, if any, you fight. All right, Triffid, so I need you to roll one die. Please don't roll a 5. Yeah, I can survive in any terrain except this terrain. Elven arrogance. Yeah, it could well be. Also, hi, Craigery, if I didn't say hi before. A 4. Okay, that's not bad. That's better than... If you rolled a 5, we would have to face a forest giant, and that would have been a problem. Okay, a 4. So, we must face a bear. That's right, it's a bear. Skill 7, stamina 14. Have you seen this movie? All right, Triffid. So, I need you to roll for the bear. Or rather, for yourself against the bear. So go ahead and roll. Again, you're going to roll 2 6-sided dice. We're going to add that to our skill, which is 9. And then I am going to be rolling on my side for the bear.
You can turn into a ghost bear?
Yeah, exactly. It's actually Tren's ghost bear. I mean, it's the dream. This is not... He's not in a dream at the moment, but... You know, it's in the same ballpark. It's a dream. It's a dream. Okay. So, 7 plus 9 is 16. Bear opens up with a 13. 2 points of damage done to the bear. Okay, second roll, Triffid. Please. Six plus 3 is 9. Plus 9 is 18. The bear gets a 12. 2 more stamina taken from it. Very good stuff. Next roll, please, Triffid. On we go.
Very good stuff.
So we slice at the bear. The bear is barely there. Dance. Ooh, we got some stereo action going on with this. 2 plus 5 is 7. That's 16. The bear gets, an 18. Ooh, strikes back. Strike back of the bear. All right. 8 out of 18. All right, next roll. Okay, and that means that that's the end of that soundtrack. So it goes right on to the Thief Deadly Shadows soundtrack. But I think what we should actually do is go to the Thief Metal Age soundtrack. So I'm going to switch to that.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you a link.
Oh, it's right here.
Okay.
Like 95k views, right?
Yes, that's it. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, 4 plus 2 is 6. That's a 15. This gets a 13, though. So we did hit the bear. The bear strikes back. Oh, there's an echo clip. Okay, next roll, please, Triffid. Good stuff. We're getting there. Here's the clip. What is this clip? All right. So 347. Do. Gathering provisions. Gathering provisions now. Yeah, food.
Also, I misremembered. Nobody.
That's funny. 3. I'm getting a little worried about our stamina also, Lost Rivers. Oh, a 4. So 13. Come on, low roll. No, we didn't get a low roll. Yeah, it's good that we're getting provisions because we're going to need it. We may have to start using luck here in a minute to kind of help us out. But hopefully we can put it together. We're in the orange zone, chat. You can see that we're in the orange zone. And yeah, next roll, please, Tripper, when you get a chance.
Oh, that reminds me of the Matrix.
17.
Very much looking forward for the new one.
Yeah, the new one. 15, okay. 2 stamina taken from the bear. Good stuff, Triffid. Okay, the bear is starting to look rough. The biggest problem with this bear is how much stamina it has. And how little we have comparatively. All right, next roll, Matrix Resurrections. Yep.
I'm one of the few people in the world who actually enjoys the sequels.
Yeah, I can't join you on that one. I'm not, I felt like the first one was a perfect encapsulated story. But I've heard some other people who have talked about liking it, though. You're not the only one. Alan Wake turned into rock concerts, right? Okay, so that gets it. Okay, Triffid, another roll. Sorry, what'd you say, Terry?
I said I'm one of the few.
You're one of the few. That's right. You're not the only, but you're one of the few.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I have noticed a few more people talking about, and part of it is, you know, that in the light of the Wachowski brothers, the transition, you know, and the fact that now it's seen that the Matrix is obviously is a very strong, you know, symbolic suggestion about being trans and about coming out and all that. People have started to reassess those sequels in the light of that reality, that's interesting. I mean, I just think the first movie was so perfectly like arranged and encapsulated that I personally, from a narrative point of view, was like, you told the story, like it's done, you know. Did I do the 4 + 2 is 6? Let's see. You did the 8. You did the 6. Yes, I did do that one. Yes, Triffid, I did do that one. So we're now fresh.
Isn't it kind of disputed that like the Matrix movies are like a movie about like the trans experience?
It
like,
is
didn't like one of the sisters say like in an interview that it's like, yeah, like that was not what we were trying to do. Like we can't say that like, you know, it didn't like make its way in there like
6.
on its own, but like it wasn't an intention, if I remember that interview correctly.
Yeah, that's right. But I think it's been sort of adopted. Okay, so 15. Let me just finish this part quick. 15 and 15, so it's a tie. So nobody hits anybody. So Triffid, we need another roll here. Sorry for all the rolls, Triffid. Yeah, exactly what Garlic said. Yeah, and my books aren't about PTSD. See, that's exactly it. You can't try. I mean, Tolkien swore that his books had
make a joke about that.
That his books had nothing whatsoever to do with like his experience in war, and it's like, come on, dude, like you got to be kidding me. All of his friends die around him at the age of 17 when he's sitting in a trench in World War I. But the dead marshes where all of them are lying after a big battle in the water, looking upward. I mean, come on, of course it's related. So. Yeah, but anyway, that regardless of whether they think that that's what they were trying to do, it's been certainly taken on, you know, by the community as such. So, one way or the other.
I mainly hope that it's like gonna kind of take back the whole red pill thing.
Yeah. Well, God. Yeah. Well, there's that, right, which has been seized on by the. Yeah.
Should have never been seized by those people.
Agree. That's right. That's right, Rudnell. Exactly. 5 + 5 is 10. That is a good roll, and that brings us down to 2. Okay, I got the 10. Triffid, thank you. Sorry about that. I'm managing 2 conversations at once. Okay, the bear is almost dead. Destroy this bear. We have 1 more roll to get, and let's get this bear down. Let's take it down. Yeah, biographical criticism is dangerous because you never know what aspects are going to influence a person's life or not. But, for example, you can't look at the play Hamlet by Shakespeare, in which his son Hamnet died when he was very young, died when the child, actually, I think maybe even in childbirth or very shortly thereafter. And then Shakespeare writes a book, Hamlet, talking about the fathers and sons and ghosts. I mean, come on. Like, there's, of course, that's got to be influential in some way. Now, there was, of course, a Hamlet story that existed before this, before Shakespeare got to it, but what he chooses to do with it is, of course, influenced by it. Or the fact that King Lear, he writes towards the end of his life about fathers and daughters, and at the time he's living with his daughter. He literally moved in with his daughter and their family. Like, I mean, come on. Okay, 4 + 3 is 7. That is 16. 17. Oh, no. No, we got hit again. We're down to 4 stamina. We desperately need these provisions. We got to take out this bear. The good news is if we can kill the bear, then we'll be able to get these provisions, and then we can actually eat them, which we're probably going to want to do immediately. So one more roll, hopefully, Triffid. I had to bear down on the dice rolls. Woo! Okay, 15, but the bear rolled a 12. The bear is dead. I say again, the bear is dead. Good work, Triffid. Thank you.
Ding dong, the bear is dead.
So now, once we've won, we're going to roll 2 dice, Triffid. This is important because this is the total meal's worth of provisions that we're able to find. So, please roll 2 dice, Triffid. We're looking for high numbers here. You got it, Live. Great work actually works on multiple levels. I talked about this past weekend at Origins.
Okay, this one is also done.
Awesome. That's good. That's perfect because we're going to be playing for about another 20-25 minutes, so I think there's time for one more.
Okay.
You can do that.
Yes.
5 provisions. Perfect, Triffid. That's good. Good stuff.
It's too dry for a minute, so I'm going to get myself some water.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, 5 provisions. Now, chat, I'm going to recommend that you may rest and eat at any time except when engaged in a battle. So you can eat 1 provision per entry, chat. So what I'm going to recommend, but it's up to chat, we're at 4 stamina. What I'm going to recommend is that we eat 2, 1 provision here, which is on the entry for the fight that we just had, and then 1 provision on the next entry. So basically we'll have 3 provisions left and we'll be up to 12 stamina. Is chat cool with that? Just let me know like yes or no if that's good. But that would be my recommendation because we want to save some provisions, but 4 stamina is too low and 8 stamina is too low. So are we cool with eating 2 provisions and going up to 12 stamina? It's true. Think of all the bear meat. Is that cool? Chat, are we on board? You can just let me know in chat if that's a yes or a no. Sure. Yes, I'm down with it. Acceptable. All right. It seems like chat is in favor. So I'm going to deduct 2 provisions, and I'm going to increase our stamina up to 12 out of the orange zone. Also, I'm happy to note, our paragraph number is 347 we were looking for. I'm also happy to note now that I'm going to put a save point here. So, save point 347. Lovely. And I actually realized I never saved this. So let me save this quickly. Okay, let's see. So, and that's October 5th, 2021. Lovely. Okay, just want to make sure I saved that. And actually, now that I think of it, let me make sure that that's saved properly. There we go. Cool. Let's move that down there. Good. All right. Lovely. Okay. Here we go. The route you are following takes you past a death dripper. The sensitive roots of this tall, tree-like plant detect the vibrations caused by any creature's footsteps, and the plant immediately drips a fast-acting poison from its sickly yellow flowers. Test your luck. So the way that we test luck in this game, chat, is that we roll 2 dice and we compare it to our luck total. If it's equal to or less, then we were lucky. If it's above the number, so if we roll higher than our luck score, then we were unlucky. But either way, whether you're lucky or unlucky, you have to deduct a point from your luck. Now, I'm going to have have Triffid roll the 2 dice anyway, even though we can't actually fail this roll. Because we have a 12 luck. But I'm going to have Triffid do it anyway, just because that's technically how you're supposed to do it to clear dice rolls. So, Triffid, if you wouldn't mind rolling 2 dice for me. And then we're going to deduct 1 point from our luck. And we'll see what happens when we're lucky. Roll some dice to get lucky. Roll dice right down to get lucky. All right, 5. That would have been good from a much shorter limit. Okay, thank you. All right, so good stuff, Triffid. We are at 11 out of 12, so we are lucky. Indeed we were. The poison fails to make contact with your skin, but some may have entered your backpack. Test your luck again. Ooh, wow. So, I'm really glad that we chose this potion of fortune, Chad. All right, test your luck again. So, Triffid, I need you to test your luck again. 2 dice again. We're looking for, we could fail this technically. We're looking for an 11 or less.
Ooh, I made my boyfriend watch The Emperor's New Groove for the first time the other week.
Nice.
He had never seen that one in full.
I like that. I like that film.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's good.
And I can say I've always loved it. It was always one of my favorite Disney movies. I'm not one of those bandwagon people.
Yeah. One of these Johnny-come-latelys who's like, oh, yeah, you know, no, for sure.
But yeah, like when you mentioned poison, I had to think of that.
Yep, exactly. Okay,
the poison.
so
couscous poison. The
you
poison
were. I forgot about
poison
that.
Intended for killing couscous. Couscous poison. Yes, that poison.
That poison. Okay, so we are lucky. Good job, Triffid. So now we're down to 10 luck. I still don't think we need to take our potion of fortune, but it is 2 luck points quickly. Okay, whatever the outcome, you must now decide whether to continue north or veer somewhat to the west. So, chat, do we go north or do we go west? The quick vote is very simple. If you vote 1, you're going north. If you vote 2, you're going veering somewhat to the west.
What was that bird called again? It was not a blood eagle. It was something else.
Bloodhawk. A giant bloodhawk.
Okay. Same thing. No. Do you know what a blood eagle is? You might, because you know you're a literature person.
I don't remember what it's from.
Okay. Well, from the sagas.
From the Norse sagas.
Yeah.
Yes. Then I do. Yep.
Yes.
Once you were like the sagas, I'm like, oh yes.
Yeah. Spoiler: it has nothing to do with birds.
Mm-hmm.
But everything to do with blood.
Yep, that's right. And Trivet knew what it was. Okay. Oh, the Royal Griffin encountered on The Witcher. Okay. Right. Okay, so chat looks like it's going to be going for veering somewhat to the west. Ooh, we got a little bit of little voice stuff going on here. Whoa. Okay. And that means we are going to veer to the west. As you walk along, you notice signs that this part of the forest is occupied by some other humanoid creature. At first you see only the occasional broken twig, which could have been caused by something else, but a footprint in a muddy patch of ground makes you certain. Will you cast a finding spell westward to see if there's danger nearby? Will you press on regardless? Or will you turn back to the north to keep out of the way of whatever it is? So one thing I want to note, chat, is we can use a finding spell. Be aware that will take one of our power points. And your power score also affects the dream world. Like, for instance, when we first started, we were in the dream world. If we hadn't had a power score of 14, we wouldn't have been able to stay in the dream. On the other hand, 13 is still a fairly high power score, and the finding spell here might help. And we can restore our power through various events in the game. So keeping that in mind, will you cast... What should we do? Do we... Finding spell westward? Will we press on regardless to the west? Or will we turn back to the north to keep out of the way of whatever this thing is? And the vote is open. So go ahead, you can get your vote in chat. $ vote space 1 is casting a finding spell westward. $ vote space 2 is pressing on to the west regardless. And $ vote space 3 is turning back to the north. So far, live suing is voted turn back to the north. But what say the rest of you?
So considering blood eagles, hawks, whatever, a different thing I made.
Wow.
Yeah, painted back patch for one of my vests, which is notably not made from leather. It is denim.
It is denim. Now wait, you didn't do the drawing for that, right? You said that was a patch that you painted, or did you do the drawing also?
I painted a patch that I then sewed onto the vest.
Very cool.
Yes.
So that whole thing is your entire drawing, is my point.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's 2 separate patches like this. So.
That's awesome. That's a really cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
Look at that.
I lovingly call him the tampon bird.
Wow. Wow.
It was not. I did not start this. Somebody pointed out to me that kind of looks like a tampon, and I was like, okay,
I completely believe you. Yes, right at this moment.
No, dude. Actually, like I didn't realize,
Really?
when I was like halfway done with painting, I was like sharing some photos with friends, and one of them was like, "Well, it kind of looks like a tampon." I was like,
but then you can never unsee that, right? You can never unsee that. Then you're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I'm like, yeah, I'm fine with that. Let it look like a tampon.
It's funny. Ilmarinen. Okay, so we have 2 votes.
Oh yeah, that's my boyfriend's band, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, in chat, Ilmarinen, of course. Or actually, I don't think Ilmarinen's here right now, but
no, he is actually at band practice right now. So.
He's where? He's where?
At band practice right now.
Oh, he's at band practice.
Like he's just been able to lately come to the streams more often because of COVID. Band practice had to be canceled because it was actually illegal to do.
Right.
In the Netherlands. So.
But now they've opened that back up a little bit.
Yes, and they also are gonna be playing another concert finally again.
Oh, that's cool.
Next month, yes. At the Xenix Herbst Festival, like literally autumn festival.
They've got to be pumped up about that.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So yes, if one of you happens to be somewhere in the area of the Netherlands, like it's at the border to South Holland and North Brabant, so like that area. So if you're from Belgium, for example, that's like spitting distance basically. So
that's awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear that. They should live stream it and put it on. They should live stream, put it on Discord. That's what they should do. Okay. So we're gonna close this down. Chat has decided to cast a finding spell westward. Okay. So we are going to cast a finding spell westward, which means that we deduct 1 point from our power. Deduct 1 power point. Okay. You detect some danger ahead, but your impression is that it is not alive, not even in the sense that plants are alive. It is the sort of impersonal danger of an avalanche, for instance. Will you continue your westward journey but cautiously, or will you turn back to the north to avoid whatever the danger is? So one thing I will mention to everyone in chat is that because we cast the finding spell, we are going to be able to be more cautious than we would otherwise. So do you continue west but cautiously now that we cast our spell, or do you turn back to the north? And I'm going to open up just a 2-choice poll. So continuing westward but cautiously is 1, and turning back to the north to avoid the danger, whatever the danger might be, is 2.
Hey Arf.
Yeah.
If you heard the word.
Bird is the word.
Yes. Bird. So.
Bird is the word.
Bird is the word.
Oh man. Okay. Let's see. All right, and as a quick note, chat, we're and then the echo emotes from the bird. I think we have a few bird emotes of our own. The burb is the word. I think we have our own bird emotes here. Thank you very much. That a certain talented artist would know something about. Okay, so I'm going to last call this chat. Also, as a quick programming note, we're going to be stopping here in about 10 minutes. I need to stop at 3:40 because I'm not doing I'm doing Celeste. It's another video game over on GOG, so I can go a little bit later. But I really do need to prep a little bit. So we will stop
no
in
game
about
today.
9 minutes.
Well, pen and paper game. Whatever.
Yeah, it's back to it's video game today, Celeste. Next week, but other than that, actually, the rest of the month on GOG is going to be all tabletop stuff. Next week we've got Talisman Adventures, and then we've got 2 Ghosts of Saltmarsh sessions coming up. So
sweet.
Yep.
That's a Greyhawk thing, right? Saltmarsh.
Saltmarsh is Greyhawk, yes, and that's been a lot of fun actually. Because I mean, obviously, originally my first exposure to D&D was Greyhawk, and it wasn't Forgotten Realms till later. This later interloper that became, the big thing.
I'm not gonna make a joke about age now. I'm not gonna make.
Listen, all I'll say is
I was
that
just like thinking, yeah, of course it would be Greyhawk considering your age. I'm like,
That's right. Look, all I know is that I had people telling me over the weekend that they were like, when they found out I was 49, they're like, you look 39, maybe, like you don't look. So I was
you
like,
definitely look younger than you are.
So that was nice. That was nice to hear. Oh man, I don't really feel. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be like to be 50, to feel 50. I don't know what that's like. But I know that we have other people in this chat and elsewhere, and it really is true that to a degree it is just a number. Like some of this stuff, I hate this. The like people who have parties for themselves when they turn like even like 40, and they're hanging like black crepe paper and putting up coffins. I'm like, yeah, would you stop? Like this? Oh God! If you think about how people, what active, like vibrant things people can do who are way older than me, I just am like, I don't know. Thank you, Liz. You will feel one day older than you felt when you were 49. Yeah, I just don't like that stuff, Garlic. I'm not wild about that stuff. The elusive love burb. All right, so it looks like chat has gone through and is...
Oh, the Lovebird is a higher tier, right? I don't know which tiers are for which.
Yes,
node.
that's right. That is higher tier. I think that's tier 2. I think you get that at tier 2, I believe. Because the higher one... no, you know what? That's not true. It's not true. I think that's tier 3. Tier 2 is Arvany Smug. Tier 3... Yeah, tier 3. Yep, tier 3 is Arvany Love. When we get the other ones opened up, I have another one, which I use on Discord sometimes that Terry made, which is an Arvany Blown, like a mind blown thing. And I'm going to use that as soon as we open up other remotes, either when I get partnered or when they open things up to affiliates. And eventually they're just going to make affiliates partners. It's pretty obvious because they just keep doing that sort of thing anyway, but regardless.
Despite blowing up baby birds' brains on occasion, we here on r1eleron.com do not condone animal violence.
Correct. We are not, so please do not go after us. Hashtag leave us alone, PETA.
Unless it's funny, then we allow
PETA's like, what? I just track my age by how old my child is now. Boy, Krager, you know what? I get that feel a lot. Okay, so chat, we have decided to go westward. So we get so we are testing our luck again, Triffid, but this time we get to subtract 2 from the dice roll because we're being extra cautious. So you're going to roll 2 dice and subtract 2. Exactly, yeah, Gregory. That's the way I feel, except I have a 13-and-a-half-year-old. Oh, man, he's going to high school next year. Unbelievable.
In half a year, she would be legally liable in Germany.
Hello, Mr. Arvin Elleron from an Oklahoman Goliath. I have gigantism, which resulted in me being 8 feet. Now, see... If this is true, welcome. It is a pleasure to have you here, King of Deadpool. If it's not true because your name is Deadpool and you're trolling because of that name, because you are the King of Deadpool, then I don't know what to say. Either way, welcome to the chat. And if that's true, then thank you for joining us. Welcome. And if it's not true, then I guess you Deadpooled it right there. He's from Modern Poets. I'm sorry, what is that? I don't know what that is.
It's a sequel to the Dead Poet Society.
I was going to say, it's the group that came after Old Poets. Oldest is days away from 18. Okay, so 3 + 4 - 2 is 5. That means that we are lucky. So you know this person, Arudnell. Well, listen, any friend of Arudinel is a absolute friend of ours, so welcome. It's good to see you then, King of Deadpool. Welcome. Okay, so we are lucky, and that's good because apparently what happened was the following. Despite the Deadpool bit is from my myriad of injuries I sustained over my life. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, then welcome. They're the trans streamers I mentioned you were getting. Oh, that's what Modern Poets was. That's right. That's right. Okay, now I remember. Yeah, you told me that, Arudinel, but you only mentioned it once, so I didn't think about it. Well, then, very much welcome, King of Deadpool, and I'm sorry that it happened to Modern Poets, and we have tried to initiate stuff here to protect this channel, and this channel participated in the hashtag Twitch Do Better, I think it was, where we had the blackout, and yes, hugely in support and in favor, so.
Like, very quick rundown, what are you talking about?
There have been a series of Twitch has had a big problem with bots, like joining, like troll bots basically joining a stream. But then also it got worse because they also had people who were hate rating, and they were, thank you for the host, King of Deadpool, and they were hate rating especially marginalized communities, people of color, trans streamers, and stuff like that, and it's a huge problem. And so because Twitch was frankly dragging their feet on it, there was an event which happened, I think the first day of September, I want to say, I don't remember what day it was, but where basically a bunch of Twitch streamers just went dark that whole time, and not only went dark, but actually didn't even watch. We all pledged not even to watch Twitch or anything for that one day, and it did bring Twitch back to the table, and it has meant that there have been some more safety tools put into place. It's not enough. Twitch needs to do more and everything, but it did help get the ball rolling a little bit. So that's the short version of it. So yeah, welcome. Agree, Twitch. Yeah, thank you for the host, King of Deadpool, and yes, very much welcome, and thank you for being here and being a part of it. We are glad that you're here. All right, let's see. Despite its camouflage in the undergrowth, you spot an ingenious but primitive trap. Several short, sharpened stakes have been tied onto a stick. If you were to tread onto the trigger, a length of supple wood lying on the ground and covered with leaf mold, the stakes would spring towards you at about the height of your chest. You go around the trap, wondering what type of creature set it and for whom. Soon, however, the deepening dusk persuades you to make camp for the night. You could sleep in a hollow under the roots of a fallen tree, or you could climb up another vast tree and camp in the branches. All right, chat, this is going to be your last opportunity here because this is going to be our last choice of the day. So do you want to, I'm going to open up one last poll here. So choice 1, if you vote 1, that means we're sleeping in the hollow under the roots of a tree. And if you vote 2, you're climbing up a tree and camping in the branches. Over 8 feet. Wow. 8'2".
What
My
is that
goodness.
in metrics, roughly?
It's like 3 feet to a meter, right? So, so I think so. That would be. No. I'm wrong. 3 feet to a meter. So it'd be like almost 3 meters.
What?
Yeah,
That
2.5 meters. Yep.
Damn.
2.5 meters. 2.5 meters.
The tallest person I know was like 210, I think.
Yeah, there's one. I think it was like there was one who was like
personally, I mean.
8'8". Oh, that you personally knew. I'm trying to think if the record overall
Still
was
no.
like 9 feet.
I'm pretty
or
sure
9
he's still
something.
alive.
Yeah. I can confirm your statement earlier if I scroll up. Let's see. Oh, I see. Because I am here. I'm Norway's Arba. I commit max damage on my D&D sessions. But I troll vote Arvin because I'm all love. Yes, I can confirm that. No, listen. There's a difference between Strike Ninja too comes in and sometimes trolls. That's not what I mean. I don't actually have a problem with people who are just having fun and banter in the community. The problem I have is that trolls that are actually actively attempting to hurt and damage other people are 100% not welcome here. They can go work out their issues somewhere else. So that's what I mean. Echo never hurts or damages people here except, maybe like goblins and kobolds in D&D. That's different. You can hurt them all you want. But welcome, Madam Blue.
Getting a lot of new people today. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The conversion is 2.4. It is awesome. That's true. Yeah, 2.43 meters. My bad. Yeah, because we have the conversion. I could have used that right there. Welcome, Madam Blue. Okay. So it looks like we are going to do the ladder. We're going to climb up in the branches, which is totally what I would have done also. I'd just be like, I don't want to be underground.
Wait, why are we climbing up the branches if we have a ladder?
We don't have a ladder. Yeah, like you're like, why do we climb the branches if we have a jetpack? Like, but we don't have a jetpack.
No, because you said the ladder.
Oh, cute. Ladder. On your way up the tree, a branch breaks when you step on it and you fall to the ground. Oh, crap. Roll 1 die, please, Triffid. You want to roll lower. Man. Roll just 1 6-sided die for me when you get a chance. This is... Oh, I approve the pun. I just, you know.
He is legally obligated to get mad.
That's right. Oh, you rolled a 6? Well, we were high
Except
enough
for when he makes a pun, then he laughs at them themselves.
True. These are all true facts. No, I actually approve most puns, though. Be fair.
I know.
Mine or others.
I know.
On 4 to 6, you were high enough up for the fall to be nasty. Reduce your stamina by 4 for a couple of cracked ribs. Oh. You
Ouch.
take this to be an omen and decide to sleep among the roots of the old fallen tree. All right, chat. Before we go to bed in these roots here, wow. Super cool. I'm just going to actually show this, and then we're going to start with this next session. But before I do that, chat, do you want to take one more provision? Because we're at 8 out of 18 now. One more provision would bring us back up to 12. Are we cool doing that? Just let me know in chat if you want to take the provision or not. Yeah, it's just a couple of crack ribs. Marinda, we're higher stuff. We're elves. We can do anything. Yep, it turned orange. We will have 2 provisions left, and we would have 12 stamina. So it would basically restore the 4 that we just lost, and we'd be down to 2 provisions. Exactly. We cracked some ribs. I'm just going to have a sandwich, and it'll be fine. If you crack ribs, chat, remember, just eat a bagel, and it's all good. It'll be 12 out of 18. You can see it actually on the window here, Echo. So 12, it would be, what do you call it? It'll be 12 out of 18. This is our maximum, and that's the current amount. Hi, Jagtress. Okay, so we've got, and yeah, do you see what I'm saying? Effect Life said it turned orange. Like having that orange, that color change really affects things. This is clearly Skyrim. Sweet
Wait,
rolls.
what turns
potions.
orange?
The number of our stamina when it goes below a certain level, like whatever the number is on the particular stat, if it goes below a certain level, it turns orange, and if I kept reducing it, it then turns red.
Ooh,
it's a certain percentage. So very fancy programming. All right.
Ooh.
We're going to have 1 provision. We're back up to 12. And then this is going to be our save point, but I want to show chat this because it's pretty cool. For a while, you sleep dreamlessly, but towards dawn, you start to dream. In your dream, you are crossing a vast icebound plain. A bitter, merciless wind howls down from a mountain range ahead of you and cuts through your clothing as if you were naked. Then your sight of the mountains is cut off by a blizzard. The snow, driven before the wind, stings your eyes and blurs your vision. The howling of the wind changes its tone and becomes both more definite and more sinister. A bulky form seems to be solidifying out of the fallen snow, and it is this. A snow ghost. You will have to fight this snow ghost. It has a power score of 14. And then you can see for yourself, we're not going to do that fight now, but you roll 2 dice. If you roll 2 to 7, it reduces our power by 2 points. If you roll 8 to 12, you reduce its power score by 2 points. And you continue this form of dream combat until either it or your power score is 0. The snow ghost tries to thump you with its fists while in your dream you wield a club, and then you can either defeat it or be defeated by it. That's pretty slick. So you're saying that looks like a troll from Norway? It does look a little bit like a troll, yes. An actual, fantastical troll. That's slick.
Are there none? Oh, yeah. Like, while I was, formulating the sentence, I was like, oh, that's what he means.
Yeah. So under 50% it turns orange, under 20% it turns red. All right. Yeah, it's going to be time for fire. But we are not going to do that today, chat, because I do have to close up shop here and get prepped for my GOG stream. But this was great. I actually really am enjoying this game book. This is cool. Like, I love the little dream mechanic and the different creatures you're dealing with, and it's atmospheric, and Yeah, it's good stuff. And it is also giving us a chance to see the astonishing work of my partner in crime on this little venture of gamebook illustrations, and that's Terry's amazing work. So
I will admit nothing.
I'm not responsible.
I will say nothing without my lawyer.
I know, Echo. It was about time for more gamebook illustrations. It's been a few months. It's just one thing after the other, but we managed to get it done, and now we're back in the saddle. So, and this setup works perfectly, Terry. It looks good, and it's great. I actually really like this one.
And
Yeah,
the battery didn't die. That's good.
that's good too. And you'll have your dummy battery.
I was quite worried about that.
You'll have your dummy
Yeah,
battery
but
next
time I will
so.
have a dummy battery. Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be good. Yeah, I agree with you, Rudinell, right? Like, as compared to the one that we played where it was just like basically railroading you, this one feels really like it's balancing it well. This is nicely written too. Some nice writing in here. It's and the writer is Robin Waterfield. And I think this is the first book that Robin Waterfield did, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, it's good stuff. I like it. And yeah,
I hope people forgive me for not actually inking my stuff for this, because that would take up so much more time. But you are getting some color in the return. So.
It's good stuff. And Triffid wanted to know if your arm and hand were still okay.
Still the same. Like, basically, it's just like, depending on the setup, I can do more and for longer.
But like this was okay. You're not in pain too much?
No, this is fine. Like, at most, like my, like these joints here start to get a bit, what's the word? Like,
sore or
not
tighten
quite
up?
sore, like almost sore, like after a while, but like that I just crack them and then we are good to go.
Yeah, so today didn't hurt you exactly, Triffid. That's what I like to see, because I really enjoy these. I missed this illustration stream. I forgot how much I missed it. I was like, this is great. So
yeah, the main thing is that I can lean back when I draw like this. I can't do that when I'm working on a tablet, but I have to lean forward.
Yeah, it looks
like,
good
this
though.
is so much more comfortable.
Yeah,
like,
and it came out really
level.
nicely, and it feels also more. I mean, like, you know, it's. I understand the thing about the paint you were saying, but it feels like this is more your roots, right? I mean, like this particular method of drawing, the physical art, you know, where you're doing it on a paper is kind of cool. I don't know. It's
yeah, that's
cool to watch
like that's where I come from, and like with every begin, like that, I don't know if that's still a thing, but like some years ago, I know it was like a big thing that like a lot of beginner artists and people who wanted to become artists pick up art. Like they were like, yeah, but I don't have a fancy tablet and I can't afford all those programs. I'm like, paper, pen.
Yeah.
Here, go.
Yeah, seriously, and that gives you an technique too, right? Like I assume it's better for your overall technique in terms of composing and stuff, without just immediately going to digital things. I would imagine.
Like the problem is when you just do digital art is that you get very used to like all the shortcuts and the crutches you can take. You know, like Control Z for example.
Yeah.
Can't do that. Like, but yeah, like basically, I think the main issue was / is, if that's still a thing, that like online you have like all of these amazing illustrators, right? Who mainly work digitally, or at least partially digitally. So it like creates this like false narrative of like, oh yeah, to be a good artist, you need to do digital art, which is bullshit. Like you can be great at any fucking medium.
Sure.
Which is like why like stuff like Inktober is so great, because it like reminds people of like, hey, you can like do shit.
Yeah. No,
without
absolutely.
a computer.
Absolutely. So I think it's cool. We combine technology here by using this, but also by being able to show with this new awesome camera that you've got, which looks great and the resolution's great.
Technically, it's not mine; it's my boyfriend's.
Hey, listen.
I just snagged it.
I'm going to avoid the what's yours is his is yours and all that. I'm just going to avoid making the obvious, clear corollary comment. But we do have to get going here, though. So show us.
Yes.
Would you mind? I know this isn't quite
yes,
finished. You can finish the coloring of it on the next session. But
yes.
What did we do today, Terry? Show us our.
Well, for warming up and setting up, maybe I shouldn't have gone through like the beginning of the book. That would take a while to get through. So we started with my interpretation of the cover art of the book.
Amazing. Look at that. Super cool. That's got to be the Demon Prince, by the way, I'm assuming. The guy that we're trying to fight.
Like, probably.
Yeah.
Who's like spitting out some nightmares, I'm assuming.
That's what it looks like.
What's that supposed to be?
Thank you, Echo.
Then there's our boy,
That's
Grendel.
it. That is Grendel Flutterbane, right there in front of us.
Can you roll the R for that one?
I can't roll my R's. I just I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how brilliant people do rolling R's. I can't do it. Never been able to do it. I wish I could. It sounds awesome. I can't do it. I just sound like this. I sound like the lizard from Enemy Mine. Like it's not.
I do not get that reference.
Oh, the movie Enemy Mine. Oh, well.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, if you watch, it's with.
Well, it might have a different name in German. With like all fucking. Movies.
It's with the actor. It's with Dennis Quaid, and like he's a guy on another planet who basically crash lands on a planet when there's his mortal enemy there. But then over time, they're both trapped there, and they begin to respect each other. And then
I have not seen that.
The guy actually gives birth, and it's a long story. Anyway, there's a lot. There's a lot that happens in that one. So yes, Grendel Flutterbane.
Grendel, yeah. And here he is fighting the Bloodhawk.
The giant Bloodhawk, let's be clear.
The giant Bloodhawk.
Giant Bloodhawk. You just heard what it would be like if I'm drunk. Well, it's as close as you're ever going to get to hearing that. So enjoy it while it's there, Crit Twitch. So that's amazing too, and it's going to be cool to see that colored. Me doing the.
Grendel Flutterbane. Oh yeah, in this one he is a Flutterbane actually.
That's true. He is. Yes, absolutely. He is the bane of this fluttering thing.
Yes.
But great stuff. I'm so happy we could do this again, Terry. Where will the lovely folks find you next here and elsewhere?
I don't know when the next Lord of the Rings stream is.
I think it might be next week. I have to check.
Next week, yes.
I don't remember if it is or not. Let me check the calendar.
Well, at some Tuesday in the not too far future, I will be here. Same bed time, same bed channel.
That is right. It is.
And aside from that,
to confirm, it is in fact next Tuesday, the 12th and the 19th.
Awesome. Yep. And aside from that, people can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at TariToons, where I occasionally post art and things.
And Patreon as well. You still that
Yeah, I have a Patreon, which I haven't checked in over 2 years. So yeah. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter.
Good stuff, as always.
If you wish so.
If you wish to do so, and you should. Why wouldn't you? This was good, Terry. I'm really glad this worked out. The setup works nicely, and it's such a pleasure to be able to do these with you. So thank you. And chat, can we get some love for the amazing, awesome TariToons? And you'll see her back here with AIME next week, and we will do this again, Phantoms of Fear, next month as we continue our wandering through the dream world. Terry, thank you, and I will see you next Tuesday.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye for now. All right. So that is going to do it for us for today. And I'm going to make sure that I save this. I need to make sure that I save what we just did. This was great. I really enjoyed this a lot. I really enjoyed that a lot. And yeah, so we're going to remove that. Also, Effect Life. I would say that ArvBot Plus worked perfectly. I think it worked absolutely perfectly. I can't think of anything that would have worked better. I think it did exactly what you wanted it to do. So thank you again for doing this. I think it came out great. Chat, we should also get some love for Effect Life, who did the ArvBot thing, because ArvBot Plus, because it came out beautifully, and that's going to be what we do. It's kind of a one-stop shop now. I can do all of that stuff there together. So good stuff. Effect Life, it was great. All right, I've got to rise on up out of here, though, and I got to get moving because I've got to go over and stream on GOG. So I will see you lovely folks over there in just a few minutes. I'm going to be doing some Solasta Crown of the Magister. Then, if you took a look at that same calendar, which is up there, if you take a look at the calendar, which I just posted, and for some reason now I've forgotten. What the heck? There it is. So if you look at that calendar, you'll be able to see that we've got this going on now, and then I'll be back on Friday. Now, Friday night is going to be a special joint Speculate Twitch stream of Rebel Crown that I've been playing, and you folks know about that. And then Saturday the 9th, we've got Eberron coming at you with Oracle of War. Very excited to get back into that. And then next Tuesday, we have got AIME, Erebor Adventures, Talisman Adventures, and GOG in the afternoons. And then Wednesday night, we'll have Community D&D, and the Shadow Crew will make its return. So that's what we've got going on with that. Also, I should say that I have to fill in a couple of those Sundays because there are going to be a couple of Sundays that that Brandon and company are going to be doing, and also, and in fact, I need to make a little check. Yeah. So also, I'm going to have, in addition to finalizing that schedule, I'm also going to have, there may be a special event happening coming up in a few Sundays. And of course, on Sunday the 31st, we are likely to have a session from Brandon, but then also we'll do my usual reading. We always do a Halloween reading on Halloween night. So we're always going to do like an Edgar Allan Poe reading of The Raven. And I always try to read some other story by him as well. So that's going to be happening coming up on there. It's going to be good stuff. But that is going to be it for me. I got to get on out of here. Thank you everyone who made this an awesome stream today. I appreciate it. Please spread the word. Check out our YouTube with !ArvTube, Discord with !ArvCord, Twitter with !ArvTweets. Website for that is arvanellarun.com. Please follow the channel as well. Please support us financially. !ArvShop is the merchandise area. !ArvTrayon is the Patreon. Yeah, I can't though, Terry. I can't. First of all, there's people streaming that day on my channel probably. Secondly, I got to deal with my own kids. I'm going to be bringing them around trick-or-treating and stuff like that. So I can't do that. I can do a reading after we get back from all of that, but I can't do a one-shot. Sorry, otherwise. So yeah, so there's that. !ArvShop, !ArvTrayon is the Patreon. Please support us there. And of course, you can subscribe to the channel, which is always appreciated. That makes a big difference to the channel as well. !Icarus for my Icarus graphic novel. !Library for my Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library, my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment. Icarus, of course, from Athos Arts. !Grayshade KS for my Grayshade Kickstarter. And as always, !BLM, Black Lives Matter. Always important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. And !Help Now, which is the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Very important to reach out to others when they need help and to reach out to others because we need help as well. And yeah, that's too bad about the stream boost. There's nothing we could do about that. Next stream isn't going to happen until Friday. That sucks. That's too bad. Well, anyway, we always get the boost as much as we can, and we'll do that later. So thank you to my wonderful viewers today. Thank you to my wonderful mods, Rudinell, TariToons, of course. I'll come back to her, and Triffid, best in the business. Thank you to my wonderful subscribers, Rudinell, TariToons, Triffid, Echo, Nonstop, Aranth, Garlic Tofu, Jagtris, and Marinda. Thank you as well to the Patreon supporters in that group, and thank you to my viewers. Thank you to Black Fury, Craigery, Crit Twitch. Thank you to, as I slide over here, David Ben-Gurion. Thank you to Delots. Thank you to Terminologies, Arabs, Lacey Lux, Lily Red Wolf, Live Suing, Lost Rivers, Major Makoto. Thank you to Second OBS. Thank you, Second Hubs. Thank you to Strumpfs. Thank you to Spike Trap. Thank you to Tim Coolish, TNS Mephiston, U Christensen, V&K, and Waptart. Thank you to everybody, and much love today, in particular to TariToons for the amazing art that she did while you were all watching. Great job today, chat, from everybody, and I'm going to rise up on out of here. I'll see you over in GOG in just a little bit. Until then, everyone be good to each other. Bye for now. Oh, and thank you for the sub, J-Rab. Thank you so much. As I said, now, good night, and I will see you folks over on GOG in just a little bit. Bye, everyone.